Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this live stream, we are going to have the second match of round 2 of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman 2021. The Western Force are at home at HBF Park in Perth, and they are taking on the Highlanders, the team that were able to get the upset win and beat the Reds in the first round. And it was 40 points to 19. The Highlanders receiving that bonus point, and we have seen once again the Hurricanes able to receive a bonus point in this round. So now the pressure is back on the Highlanders, but the Western Force, very strong lineup. They had a close game with the Chiefs, only missing out by 1 point in the last match. So maybe it could be their night here as well. But we have got a whole heap of people in the chat at the moment. We have got Henry Samuel, we have got Lakem, and we have also got Damien in there as well. Up the Landers, he says, have a crack for us as well, says Will. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Lakem. And he said he will be back later on. And sup from Morecake and Churro from Multi and Go Highlanders from tonight. So at the moment, we are just waiting for this match to get underway between the Western Force and the Highlanders. And there is a big match feel with this one. I feel like there are a lot of big matches tomorrow, but this match as well, the Western Force, they have been playing some good rugby lately. Like they were able to beat the Reds in Super Rugby AU, and that is the side that the Highlanders were able to beat last week, and they are in form at the moment. They have got a few men in their starting lineup who are back in that starting lineup. I will show them here as well for you guys in just a short moment, but we are maybe around 5 minutes away from kickoff as well at HBF Park, and I am very excited for this one. The match between the Hurricanes and the Rebels, we ended up seeing around, I think it was 7 tries in that match, so hopefully this one is going to be the similar fashion as well. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you enjoyed the last match as well between these two Super Rugby Trans-Tasman sides, which was the Hurricanes versus the Western Force. No, it wasn't. It was the Hurricanes versus the Rebels. My brain is a little bit scrambled because of the fact that we did get to see quite a lot of good rugby in round 1, and hopefully that will continue into round 2 as well. We have also got in there really waiting on the Blues as well, said Lakem. Yeah, tomorrow is a huge night for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. The first match is going to be between the Blues and the Waratahs. And at this stage, the Waratahs are the biggest underdog that we have seen throughout this competition so far. Then you've got the runner-up versus runner-up match between the Chiefs and the Brumbies. That should be a good one as well. And then you have got the main event, I guess you could say, between the Reds and the Crusaders. Champion versus champion, watching from Fiji, says Tanai as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. We do end up with people from all around the world watching these live streams. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I have been loving the rugby that we have been able to see recently as well. But at this stage, they are showing the Western Force running out. We are getting close to kickoff by the looks of it. Moments away, that is for sure. But now we will show the starting lineup for the Western Force for a start, the home side. They have got Richard Kahui in that number 14 jersey. He was able to score up against the Chiefs in the last match, which was very impressive from him. Also 4 defenders beaten. They have got Rob Carney back at number 15. And also Jordan Olowa fell a little bit quiet in that last match, but he has got a lot of potential, scoring the hat-trick in the match up against the Reds as well. Then you have got Thomas Kubeli, that is, at number 9. He's going to be up against Aaron Smith, 2 very decent halfbacks, very good halfbacks, I should say. And they are going to be going at it. Also, you have got 15 carries made by Fergus Lee Warner in the first match. It is going to be Nick Berry who is in control for this match between the two sides. And we are only moments away from kickoff. We will quickly show the Highlanders starting lineup. They have got Shannon Frizzell back in their starting lineup. Also, Jonah Nariki, 7 defenders beaten, 3 offloads, 91 metres carried. We are at kickoff now, and the match is now underway between these two sides. The Western Force has kicked that one off, and it is going to be taken nicely by, it is Josh Ioane who is able to take that one. I believe it was. No, sorry, it was Theo Thompson. I was going to say Josh Ioane's not supposed to be out there at this stage of the match, but now it's going to be Aaron Smith, goes back to Mitch Hunt, little kick in behind. Party Parkinson offside a little bit. Good taking there from Kyle Godwin, I believe it was, and he is going to be pushed into touch there. And because of it now, it is going to be the Highlanders who are going to have the line-out throw. And like they are mentioning, the physicality between these two sides, it's going to be a big matchup, that is for sure. But straight away, while we are waiting for this line-out to take place, we will once again have a quick look at the Highlanders lineup. They have got Hugh Renton in the number 8 jersey for this match. That is with the return of Shannon Frizzell. 2 turnovers, 14 tackles he was able to make as well, taken by Parkinson there, 40 metres out from their own line. And they were showing Billy Harmon there. And that man, Billy Harmon, 25 tackles in the first match that was played for the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition. Very impressive. Aaron Smith goes back to Jonah Nariki now, kicks it high. And it is going to be looking like who's going to want it in all. It's bouncing awkwardly. A little knock-on advantage, I believe that would be. But Thomas Kubeli has got that one now for the Western Force. That is a good run from Tamani. They're making a few meters. He is back in the starting lineup now. It's going to be Kubeli going short side. But he was tackled nicely by Pari Parkinson, I believe it was. Or actually, it was Josh Dixon who made that tackle. But at the moment, the position for the Western Force is going to be important. They've got to have ball retention here if they do want any chance, because we have seen the Highlanders, they had the highest tackle percentage in the first round. The scoreboard, I hope, will start updating itself very soon as well while we are waiting. But now they have still got this ball at the moment. Ash Dixon making the tackle there. And by the looks of it, the scoreboard is going to be behaving itself. But we have also got in the chat, beat the Western Force boys as well. At the moment, 7 phases for the Western Force. Are they going to look to kick, or are they going to look to keep on attacking? Jordan Oloafella dragged down there by Ash Dixon, who also made a lot of tackles in the first match. That is a good run from Santiago Medrano there. And now it is going to be a short ball to McIntyre. Goes into the hands of Tamani now, who is having a good run. They're inside of the 22 now. The Western Force, Kubeli now. Quick hands to Oloafella. Now it is going to be Kyle Godwin, who is dragged down by Shannon Frizzell. And this is great from the Western Force so far. Robertson getting driven backwards in the tackle. They're up to 12 phases. And I mentioned the ball retention. McIntyre now goes to Kahui. Now it's going to be Rob Carney running straight at the line. 22 out now. The Western Force still. Now it is going to be Kubeli. Goes into the hands of Lee Warner now. And they are still hanging on to this ball. This is great from the Western Force. Although Parkinson has stolen that one, but it is going to be a penalty now to the Highlanders. And that is not what they would have been wanting. He was offside, I think the comment is. Unfortunately for the Western Force, just not quite able to break through there. But if they keep on playing like that throughout the rest of this match, we're going to have a match on our hands. That is for sure. Yeah, very exciting start. I am just going to quickly check. Yes, we are good. I was seeing if we were still in HD or slash kind of 720, I think it is, that this records in. But that was great work from the Western Force. But unfortunately for them, in the end, Parkinson too quick over the ball, gets his hands on it, and doesn't let it go as well. Highlanders as well, says Corbin Chapman. And yeah, it's going to be one of those ones that could be a back and forth game between these two sides. We are just going to have to wait and see whether or not the Highlanders will be the team that score the first try. Of course, it is longer than it took for them to score the try in the first match. Of course, you're not really beating that, though, with the fact that they were able to score one in only the first 36 seconds, I believe it was. Ash Dixon goes to the back, taken nicely by Josh Dixon there. Now it is going to be Billy Harmon falling over, but he has passed it on to Hugh Renton, who runs hard. And McIntyre dragged down in the end by, it was Anstey. Now it is going to be Mitch Hunt. Fires this one higher. It is going to be chased hard by the number 14, Theo Tompkinson, not quite able to line it up. Oloafella does, though. And he takes it beautifully. And now he is driving forward, Jordan Oloafella. They are once again inside of the half of the Highlanders, and the Highlanders are under pressure advantage against them. Now it's going to be Tom Robertson having another run in the number 1 jersey. And now it is going to be Kubeli, goes to McIntyre, flat ball there into the hands of Fergus Lee Warner. And now they are just trying to find that gap that they need. Rob Carney sells a bit of a dummy, but he is tackled by the top tackler in the competition, Shannon Frizzell. Or sorry, Billy Harmon, I should say. Another penalty advantage for the Western Force. And of course, there were 32 penalties in the first match between the Western Force and the Chiefs. So they will be hoping that that number is nowhere near what they are going to have here. Now it is going to be all Fergus Lee Warner driven backwards in the tackle by Parkinson. And because of it, now it is going to be the penalty to the Western Force. What a start to this match we've got. And it is all out pace at the moment between these two sides. I am loving it as well. We have also got Josh Ioane playing, says Corbin Chapman. He is coming off the bench. He is in the number 22 jersey for this match. We have got kind of coming in. What's the time in Ireland Borough as well, says Marco. I'm not sure whether he is in at the moment, but I believe, if I'm not wrong, it will be somewhere around probably 11 a.m., but that could be a mile off. So don't quote me on that one. But at the moment, 0-0 in this match on the halfway line. It is going to be Jake McIntyre, who is going to be kicking this one into touch for the Western Force. But at the moment, 5 minutes in, and it has been all the Western Force on attack at this stage. So it is going to be interesting to see how it does go. But it is going to be Kaidu, who is going to be line out throwing this one in. That was a weird way of quoting it. But at the moment, the line outs, they love going to the back, the Western Force, in the last match up against the Chiefs, that is. And they have gone to the back once again, claimed very nicely there. Now it is going to be in the hands of Henry Taifu running hard at Hugh Renton. And that was a good tackle on him. You got to tackle him early or else he gets a lot of speed. Now it is going to be in the hands of Kyle Godwin. Drop the ball, though. And because of it, now it is going to be the scrum for the Highlanders. So once again, the Western Force, very decent attack there, but just not quite able to break through in the way that they would have. Like we have got in there, bro. You're a legendary commentator, says Lakem. Thank you very much, mate. And by any chance, with the profile picture, is it Jason Yang perhaps as Lakem? Do let me know, because I know he had a Homer Simpson one, and you did mention that you haven't been here for a little while. So do let me know if that is the case. But it has been good pressure from the Western Force, but great defence once again from the Highlanders. Pari too strong as well, says Corbin Chapman. Yeah, he is a dangerous man with ball in hand, also with his tackling, and he will be an asset for them. They'll pack weights. Tell you what, the Highlanders have 900 kgs to the 858 of the Western Force. We did see in the first round with the Blues up against the Waratahs, up against the Rebels, that a pack weight can do huge things for you. In terms of one of the penalties, the front row has gone straight down. So now it is going to be a scrum reset in this one. And I feel like it is going to be possibly an all-out pace match between these two sides for a start. I like how he was using Pari Parkinson as his shield to stop the other side from being able to see what he was saying. Because, of course, Pari Parkinson, very large individual, and would well and truly hide the secrets that Aaron Smith has in mind, because of the fact that I feel like this battle, Aaron Smith versus Kubeli, was one that a lot of people were looking forward to, because it is two very class halfbacks. Of course, the two met in the Tri-Nations matches a little while ago. And it is the scrum feed now for the Highlanders, and it is going to be the penalty because of the front row going down. So that is a good start for the Highlanders at scrum time, using that extra 42 kgs to their advantage. We have also got Force need a few more donuts as well, says Will. As, like you said, is a good point. Maybe if they had an extra 42 kgs in there, that maybe they would have a little bit more of an advantage at scrum time. But we have also got, it's a GIF, but it doesn't move. I know I can make it, but lazy as well, says Lakem. Is that the one how he slowly backs into the bush and you can only see his nose? I think that is the one, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, they went to ground in the front row, and because of it, it did end up with the penalty to the Highlanders. Now, Ash Dixon, that is a man who scored 2 tries in the first round of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. We had 7 people scoring 2 tries in that first round. A little bit of an awkward one, but that is a nice little lap around from Ash Dixon there. Now it's going to be C.O. Tompkinson, a man. Oh, he had the ball ripped away from him, though. But now it's going to be Billy Harmon, offloads it to Fritzell, trying to find the offload to Michael Collins. But now they are saying, yes, it is going to be the knock-on against the Highlanders. They were continuing to go for a second there, the Highlanders, but Aaron Smith is fired up at the moment for this match. And, of course, Richard Kahui, he is a man with a lot of experience. Also, Rob Carney. So that back line of the Western Force could be dangerous throughout this one. Is Rugby Challenge fun to play? I'm going to get it as well, says Prizzy. It is. I find it fun, but I know a lot of people don't actually enjoy it that much, but I find it fun. And yeah, I just love making the real life matchups. And tell you what, Richard Kahui and Aaron Smith just having a little bit of a chat there as well. Billy Harmon came from Crusaders. He did indeed. Also, Mitch Hunt was ex-Crusaders, if I'm not wrong. And also Billy, or not Billy Harmon because he is already there, but there was also another player who was Fatuli Pai, I believe it is, who was at the Crusaders as well. Chubro says Smithy Toilet as well. But yeah, it is going to be an exciting matchup. We have one earlier on with 7 tries scored. And I feel like this one may have maybe a few less. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a chess match between these two sides. That is Kyle Godwin, though, having one of his first runs, I should say, of this match. And now it's going to be the penalty, though, to the Highlanders, 40 metres out. And the big question is, do they take the 3 points or do you go for the corner? I think they've got to go for the corner here because of the fact they need bonus points to have a chance of being able to make it to that final, because it is only a 5-round competition for Dooley Pire, says Smithy. It is indeed. Straight over the ball, Billy Harmon. That man has been on fire. He managed to get 25 tackles made in the first match. Also 42 metres carried. Very impressive for a number 7. And him, Frizzell, and also Hugh Renton with Himino coming off the bench. That is going to be danger. That is for sure. But yeah, going to be a very exciting one for tonight's game. And then also we got the tomorrow matches. Ash Dixon first try as well, says Corbin. Perhaps that is a very big possibility. Ash Dixon now is going to be throwing this ball in on the 22 for the Highlanders here. He is going to the front, goes to Frizzell, offloads it backwards into the hands of Smith. Now it's going to be C.O. Tompkinson running hard. Good tackle on him, though, by the Western Force defence. Now it is going to be Shannon Frizzell trying to run over the top of McIntyre. Good tackle on him, though. Now it's going to be Hugh Renton trying to break a couple tackles, but he is dragged down also 15 metres out. Harmon, short ball into the hands of Shannon Frizzell. And by the looks of it, the loose forwards are going to be very busy for the Highlanders throughout this one. Jonah Ariki playing right next to the ruck. Now it's going to be Mitch Hunt. Oh, it's an interception, though. And it was Richard Kahu, the experienced man, and he has been able to get that ball now for the Western Force. So a bit of an unfortunate situation there for the Highlanders. And Teifu, that's a good boot downfield. Are they going to take it quickly? Jonah Nariki's thinking about it, but they decide against it. And that is a good steal from, it was a Mitch Hunt pass. Richard Kahu just sitting there waiting for it. And he is a very smart individual to be able to steal that one. And then a good kick downfield from Teifu as well. And we have also got who's kicking. Game is better, Ioane or Hunt, says Izan, and Smithy has said Hunt. It is a hard one because they both have their days, but Mitch Hunt overall, you'd say maybe he's been a little bit more consistent. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith running hard, and he's found a bit of a gap, offloads it, and Jonah Nariki scores the first try of the match for the Highlanders now. And that was class from Aaron Smith up the Landers as well, says Isaac. And we've also got, okay, what about experience as well, says Izan. We will get right back to that. But Jonah Nariki scoring the try in the 12th minute. What a try it was as well. It was Aaron Smith. Great run from him. Little offload on the right-hand side to Jonah Nariki. Puts the ball down. Ioane for sure as well, said Isaac as well, up the Landers, and Hunt from Smithy. So we have got a little bit of the rivalry there. It's almost like the question of whether you pick Mwanga or Barrett. I feel like it is the situation of Josh Ioane or Mitch Hunt in that regard as well. But it was very well done from Jonah Nariki and Aaron Smith. And because of it now, the Highlanders have been rewarded with 7 points to start this match off now. After 12 minutes, they have got 7-0. And Jonah Nariki picks up his first try of the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition as well. He wasn't actually able to pick up one in that first match, which is kind of surprising. Aaron, the man, great pass, says Lakeham. Yeah, very nicely done by the Highlanders. Let's go Nariki as well, says Izan. And we have got his experience under the status system based on which Ioane played international, which while Hunt hasn't as well, says Smithy Toilet as well. And have we still, who scored the try, says Mr. Achilles? It was Jonah Nariki who was able to pick it up in the 12th minute for the Highlanders off the assist of Aaron Smith off the back of the scrum. Now it is going to be in the hands of, it is Josh Ioane. That is Josh Ioane playing number 15. I'm sure on the team sheet it had Sam Gilbert, but it is actually Josh Ioane out there. So I'm wondering when that happened, because I know they called him Tompkinson earlier on, but I'm sure that is Josh Ioane. Now it is going to be taken there by Rob Carney. Winding up a little bit. Is he going to be kicking, or is he going to be offloading it back? He's offloaded it into the hands of Kyle Godwin. Runs straight at Tokolahi and Dixon there. I will read the chat in a very short moment as well. Now it's going to be Santiago Mitherano dragged down by, it was Shannon Frizzell. He had to work hard for it though. Now it is going to be a little stutter step from Lee Warner. Backline movement. Now it's going to be Kaitu trying to run over the top of Billy Harmon. Godwin, or sorry, it was McIntyre, and Carney's lined up by Seo Tompkinson. Offload now to Scott Gregory, who was tackled in the end by Kubeli. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith firing it wide. Didn't find anyone though. And now it is going to be Josh Ioane with the kick in behind. He has found a bit of space. It is a decent one. And it is going to be putting Richard Kahui under pressure inside of his own 22. And he kicks it into touch. But yeah, Josh Ioane, no, he didn't. It stayed in. It went right around. Now it's going to be Mitch Hunt stepping around, almost intercepted. And now it's going to be a penalty for Richard Kahui slapping the ball down. And it is going to be a deliberate knockdown against Richard Kahui. And I don't think he is going to the pocket, or is he? He looks like he's kind of playing with his pocket there, the referee. But deliberate knockdown against Richard Kahui there. We have got what says Lakeham, and we have got what's up, Kiwi Lab. Welcome to the live stream, Matchu, hopefully, or Matchu, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But thank you very much for tuning in as well. We have also got, did you see me on TV and the Naked Man? I hope you weren't the Naked Man on TV, Henry, but I didn't actually see you in the game. But do let me know if you do see yourself on TV in the replay. Let me know what time, and I will be sure to check it out. What a win for the Hurricanes. You see my videos yet? I haven't even had a chance to really watch any YouTube over the last little while, unfortunately. Like, this week has been pretty hectic overall. So it is a bit of a shame that I haven't really had too much free time overall, but it is the situation of there's plenty of rugby on, so there's a lot of studying that has had to take place as well. We have got Highlanders fastball to elite as well, says Smithy Toiler, and Joshua Nariki ball as well. Did you see Nariki? Do you see Nariki being part of All Black squad? I feel like that number 11 jersey, like, there is a bit of contest there, but he is a very decent player. So it's one of those ones that I feel like if he gets the opportunity, if he finds that form that he found in Super Rugby Aotearoa, gets a little bit or a few more tries as well, because tries can talk a lot when you're looking at a player on paper. The likes of Julian Savia now, he scored 4 tries in 2 matches in this competition so far. So he is in form. They are showing Richard Kahui, he scored a try in last week's match up against the Chiefs as well. They can defeat any team on their day as well, says Smithy Toiler. And also, hello, Mata. Do you want a cup of tea? Said Ben Isaac. And hello, mate. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Do appreciate you being here. We have also got there Mike Secura this year as well, says Smithy Toiler, and watching from Nadira, Fiji. So welcome as well, Joseph. And we have got Make Us a Cup of Brother. Bickies would be nice too, mate. Cheers. Oh, now I want biscuits. What is your favorite? What is your go-to biscuit? I know it's not rugby related, but we will read the chat in a very short moment. Let me know if you had to pick a biscuit, what biscuit would you go for? I feel like Toffee Pops were decent back in the day, but I feel like they've changed them a little bit. I don't mind a squiggle as well. We also got in there, our wingers have been out of form as well, said Mike Jones. And we have also got, no, I wasn't, I was in the stand waving the Hurricanes fan, the flag and the beanie. Now that one has been claimed. Now it's going to be Shannon Frizzell building up some speed. Tell you what, Koteka took that one like a champ. That one's been dropped though by the Highlanders. And now it is going to be the scrum feed for the Western Force. Once again, a lot of scrums in this match so far. We have also got the awesome, says Jatendra Singh. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Henry Samuel, nice montage as well, says Lakem. Oh yeah, let's go. When will you make a new rugby challenge for live stream? Says Henry Samuel. It is just a case of trying to find a gap where I'm not completely just flooded with work to do in terms of just learning all of the names, keeping up to doing all the stats. I have like pages and pages of stats from Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. So hopefully next week, possibly, I will hope to get a chance as well. We have got Caleb Clark playing sevens, though. So Nadi Kid deserves it as well, says Corbin. Of course, yeah, he is going to be playing for the, where are they playing? Dubai? Is it Dubai Sevens or is it the Tokyo Winter Olympics, or not Winter Olympics, the Olympics? They're coming up soon as well. Sorry, I'm late, says Carl. No worries, mate. It is good to see you now. Now it's going to be 5 back now. Almost charged down, but a good boot downfield there. And that has gone into touch. Are they going to take it quickly? Mitch Hunt thought about it, decides against it in the end. Oh, okay. It's going to be taken back for that one. Rob Carney, not a happy man, but this means now it is going to be the line out inside of the 22 of the Western Force. Okay, they are saying Nick Berry, maybe because of the fact that the ball was put in front of the 22, it means that that one is taken back. That is a big moment for the Western Force because now they are under a huge amount of pressure as well. We have got, bro, it's cookie time picks as well. Oh, yeah, they are very good. I enjoy Christmas when you get those. Oh, that's a short ball into the hands of Hugh Renton getting driven towards the touchline. We'll come back to biscuits in a very short moment. But they have almost been able to steal that one, Western Force, but not quite. Now it is going to be quick hands from Johnston back. Mitch Hunt now it is just working hard in the back line for the Highlanders, trying to find that gap, but Gregory has been dragged down. Oh, it's been called a maul, but the ball has fallen out of the back. Now it's going to be Frizzell, goes to Aaron Smith now. Back to Joshuani. Pearson, the gap offload, almost able to find the man. Oh, no, did he hang on to it there? Joshuani, I think it is now the Western Force ball. Yes, it is. Now it is going to be Rob Carney. Offload out the back to Jordan Olawafella. He's backing himself to find a bit of a gap. Wrestled to the ground by Ash Dixon there. 25 metres out now. It is going to be in the hands of Lee Warner, trying to make a few extra metres. It's a maul now. No, it is a tackle. He's got to release him there. Pari Parkinson. Good belly goes back into the hands of McIntyre. He is centre high, very high there from McIntyre. It's going to be Jonah Nariki taking it beautifully there. But he is almost down up by Teifu and also Kahui. But they have had to put him down now. It is going to be 50 metres out at the moment. The Highlanders, I will read the chat in a very short moment. Parkinson now trying to make a few extra metres, but he has been tackled pretty much from where he has started. Aaron Smith now going to fire a flat ball into the hands of Shannon Frizzell, wrestled down by Kubeli, making a few extra metres. Aaron Smith having to get in there to try and stop the Western Force from getting that ball. Now it's going to be Hugh Renton tackled hard by the man in the number 5 jersey, which is Tamani. Oh, charge down there from, it was Kubeli, and now we are going back for a knock on, and it is going to be the scrum feed of the Highlanders. This game is going at a fast pace. Where's the beer, mate? At the moment says, Mr. Achilles, I am not much of a drinker and live streamer. I feel like I'm bad enough with my words as it is without alcohol being involved as well. Toffee Pops, Squiggle are my fave, said Marco Vanapola Beer as well. They are good. Who makes them? Griffins. Griffins sponsor the Kiwi Lads channel. We will talk about your biscuits all day, every day. Go Highlanders. That's my team as well, says Vinny. So he is hoping that they will be able to get the win as well. Anzac for me, love that coconut as well, says as well. That was from Machu. And yeah, those ones are nice. I remember the Afghan biscuits that you used to get, and it did have like a chocolate top on it as well. And it was actually like a bakery one. I think it was at New World. Good Good store, that one. Shannon Frizzell needed the week off to hunt. Okay, geez, that went deep. We have also got likely Dubai as well, says Smithy, and also Olympics in Brisbane in 2032, says More Cake. So that is pretty exciting stuff. Maybe you'll be able to get to a few of the games live. What has happened to Hugh Renton? Has his teeth come out? What is he trying to do here? Is he putting in his contact? He might be putting in his contact there, Hugh Renton. Couldn't see for a moment there. Ash Dixon for the try as well, says Corbin. And we have got Tim Tans Thins. Actually, I'm a big lover. I like all things chocolatey as well. Yeah, there are a lot of good biscuits out there, that is for sure. But at the moment, head-to-head, carries 31 for the Western Force, 21 for the Highlanders. But so far, the try has gone to the Highlanders for Jonah Nariki. We have also got in there, just seeing if any of my vids have new comments as well, says Henry Samuel. We have also got lads, who do you think is going to win, says Penny Isaac. I feel like this is going to be quite a close match, but maybe, just maybe, the Highlanders may be able to sneak it as well. And we have also got Pineapple Lumps equal great. They are very good as well. And we have also got Nothing Beats the Good Old Mince and Cheese Pie and Primo as well, says Mr. Achilles. And guess how many subs I have, Hamish. I think you were on 30 not that long ago, if I'm not wrong. Hugh Renton has got that ball at the back of the scrum. Aaron Smith has been told to use it. They are just inside of the half of the Western Force. Mitch Hunt goes back to Jonah Nariki now. Fires it to Joshuani, little grubber in behind. Let's see how Tompkinson not quite able to get to that one. Godwin gives it to Kahui. Back to Godwin now. And he almost ran into Kane Kotika, but he was able to get out of the way there. Now it is going to be Kubeli selling the dummy. Goes back to Carney trying to find the gap, but he is met by Billy Harmon and drew him backwards. And at this stage, the Western Force, they are going to have to work hard to find those gaps in the Highlanders defence because of the fact that they had, I think it's 92.4, yes it is, percent tackling completion in that first round for the sides. That one has gone into touch though from the Western Force, Kyle Godwin, and now it is going to be another line out for the Highlanders. Not much of a drinker myself. I've only had about 5 beers or so. I'm more of a Ganja Herb man as well. And NZ Warriors won tonight. Go the Highlanders. What was the score in that game, Jeffrey? I know the last time I heard of it, it was 18-10. That is over the top, and Theo Tompkinson, he's knocked out. He's knocked unconscious, Kyle Godwin. He's going to have to go off the field, unfortunately. And I feel like that is not good. But now it is in the hands of Jonah Nariki. I feel like you need to stop play and go back for that man who is still unconscious. He does not look good at all, Kyle Godwin. They have stopped play. They've got to stop it. Kyle Godwin, that was a nasty fall for him. He was hit hard in the tackle, or he was trying to tackle Theo Tompkinson. Took a nasty tumble there. And he looked like he was unconscious for a little bit. And then someone fell on him as well. Have you gone to Fiji? I haven't actually been to Fiji. The only island that I have been to really, no, it's McIntyre actually. And he's knocked unconscious from Theo Tompkinson's head, unfortunately. And unfortunately, Kane Koteka straight into Kyle Godwin. He hits his head hard. And that is not a good sign at all for Jake McIntyre. And more than likely, it will be Domingo Mayotte. He's going to have to go out there because he cannot continue, I wouldn't think, Jake McIntyre, the way he fell there. I like M&Ms. M&Ms are good also. That is for sure. But to answer the question about going to Fiji, I've actually only been to Indonesia. Is the only island other than Australia or New Zealand I have been to. Only other country, I guess I could say, as well. But Domingo Mayotte is going to be making his way onto the field, a change that they probably didn't want to make till a little bit later on in this match. We have got Minch and Cheese and a Primo, yes, mate, the legendary, iconic, filthy, lazy tradie lunch as well. And I can't believe we're going to watch the highlights of Hurricanes versus Rebels as well, says Henry. How's it, mate? Going for Highlanders by 7, says Bertie for his prediction. So, at this stage, I feel like it's going to be a close match. The Western Force, though, they have been on some pretty good attack throughout this first half. But unfortunately, it is still going to be the man down, Jake McIntyre. We saw Ruben Love get injured in the match between the Hurricanes and also the Hurricanes and the Waratahs. And I feel like he's going to have to get taken off the field as well. Maybe even stretch it off, depending on how it goes. Will Caleb Clark play in tomorrow's game, or is he preparing for Sevens? Says he's in... I think he is going to be, he's in the 7 circuit, so I don't think he is in the starting lineup or reserve. So we'll quickly have a look. I've got all the lineups here. It is going to be AJ Lamb and also Bryce Henn, who are going to be on the 2 wings. I felt bad for Force because they lost to my team last week. Now I wish that today Force is going to win. And it could be a close one. Western Force, they're one of those sides from Australia that seem to just have that fighting spirit in them. They remind me a little bit of the Chiefs in that regard. Jake McIntyre doesn't look like he really knows where he is at the moment, which is not a good sign at all for the Western Force. So now it is going to be Mingo Mayotte, he's been told to turn his head. Yeah, he's looking still a little bit dazed, that is for sure. So hopefully he will be able to walk off the field by himself. But if he can't, then he will need a stretcher in that regard. We have what's got in there. Who's your all-time favourite rugby union player? Says Mr. Achilles. It's a hard one. That is a big question because there's so many good players. I know John Olomu's right up there on a lot of people's lists. If you go a little bit more modern, I guess you could go with maybe a Richie McCoy. He's pretty decent. That would be pretty cool. He is actually in kind of the Canterbury region. If we could somehow get him on the channel one day, that would be pretty awesome indeed. Warriors 36, West Tigers 26, a close one in that regard. But he has been able to make his way off the field there, Jake McIntyre, but he doesn't look too flash at the moment, that is for sure. So it is going to be Domingo Mayotte, the man who almost was able to win them the match last week against the Chiefs. So now he is going to have to put in a shift for the last 60. We have what's got, the highlights. Did not get the naked guy after the Wes Houston as well, says Henry Samuel. Yeah, I don't think they would be trying to promote the fact that there was a man on the field with no clothes on. But once Theo Tonkinson knocks fellas out accidentally as opposed to normally taking guys out head high, yeah. He has done quite a few yellow cards over the years, hasn't he? And red cards as well. Indonesia, well, what was that like, mate? Don't they sentence you to death for like a punny 20 tinfoil titty worth of herb, says Marco for the polar bear. It was all right. It was quite a few years ago, and we went to Bali, and I found it just amazing how cheap food was. Like, we would get like breakfast, and the place where we were, it wasn't even that fancy, but it still had the ability of being able to have, like, you'd be in the pool and you could order food from the pool. It's like Uber Eats. I love Uber Eats because it's like the concept of being able to order food to your door just amazes me. But that one did go in for the scrum and the front row did go down. So that is why they have now got the penalty advantage. And then it became the penalty for the Highlanders. I keep on doing that when there are two sides starting with H playing in the same night. I always mess it up for some reason. We have got John Kerwin, greatest of all time, says Corbin Chapman as well. And that is certainly a decent shout. But Jake McIntyre now is going back to the back because of the fact that he did get a head knock. That was almost rhyming all day, every day until I messed it up at the end. But now they are showing Ash Dixon. He's going to have the ball in hand. Only 10 metres out. Sorry, 5 metres out are the Highlanders now. And Ash Dixon, he will be wanting to pick himself up a try. That is for sure. Did you hook up with some lady boys, I think? Kind of going in this one. No, we did not. I was only probably like 12 at the time, so don't think that was on the cards at that stage. I just found it cool that there was a water park at that age. I think, but now it is going to be Ash Dixon now. He is going to be going to the front to Shannon Frizzell straight away into their work. Is that rolling ball? Who's got the ball in hand? It's gone down, and it's going to be a try. And I believe it is Ash Dixon. No, who's got it? It's going to be, who is it? Is it Shannon Frizzell? No, who is it? Put your head up. It is going to be the number one there. And that is going to be Aidan Johnston who scores the try. Everyone was tapping everyone on the head. I couldn't see who it was. But Shannon Frizzell went straight into the hands of Aidan Johnston. What a rolling ball that is. Good luck stopping that one. And it is a try now. The second try of the night for the Highlanders. They are playing some good rugby at the moment. But straight into the hands of Aidan Johnston. Ash Dixon probably wanted that one because of how many tries he was able to score last week. But it is now the try for the Highlanders. And now we have also got the fact that we have got in there, when will you come to Wellington? Says Henry Samuel. I feel like that is a trip that I like to do. I like to go to all of the grounds that Super Rugby games are played and kind of do like a round trip, like start down south in Dunedin or something, then go to Christchurch, then up to Waikato, Wellington, then Waikato, and then going to, it would be Auckland to finish it off. As a packed out crowd, said Colton. I think it's relatively full. By the looks of it, it looks pretty full from this kicking angle anyway, that they are showing behind Mitch Hunt. So maybe they have been able to almost sell it out at HBF Park for this one. It is an exciting matchup because of the fact that the Western Force, they came close to beating the Chiefs. And that's one thing that seems to be the fact that they always have those supporters in the crowd. And looking around, there are not too many empty seats in the background. But Mitch Hunt now kicking this one from pretty much the sideline. Currently 1 from 1 tonight as well. I want to go to Wellington and protest outside the Beehive. And that one, Mitch Hunt hasn't quite got. It's gone away to the right as well. Who do you think will win the Super Rugby? Penny Isaac has said in all caps as well. So it is a serious question in that regard. I don't know. I feel like the final could be something along the lines of, I feel like the Crusaders are going to win all their games, but if they don't, then they probably won't be in the final. So I'm thinking Crusaders Blues or something along those lines. But the Highlanders and the Hurricanes both playing like they want to be in that final as well. Short competition format makes it very difficult to be able to catch up if you are behind. So you can't afford to lose an early game. That is for sure, because the Crusaders, they've got three of possibly the easier sides in the later stages. Josh Dixon claiming that one very nicely. Just outside of 22 now. The Highlanders going back to Shannon Frizzell, running hard. Adelaide Warner and Tamani. And he has gone to ground, so they have been told to release him there just outside of the 22 still. And it has been taken back, so it is going to be Jonah Nariki kicking that one downfield. Big boot on the left-hand side. And now it is going to be going in the hands of Domingo Maiotti for his first touch of this one. It's gone very high. And by the looks of it, it is going to be Carney. He almost took it beautifully, but it has bounced awkwardly. And because of it now, it is going to be going back for another scrum for the Highlanders. And that extra pack weight of 42 kgs in the scrum could be a big factor for them in this match. Kane says UFO as well. Yeah, 2 in a row for the Hurricanes. Very nicely done from them. And we have also got, would you vlog the trip or not? And in Wellington, I live in Karori as well, said Henry Samuel. Yeah, it's one of those ones I feel like I quite like to do some sort of Kiwi Lads vlog type situation, but I just don't know whether or not you guys would be that keen to see it. So do let me know if that is something you'd like to see. Highlanders with a star, says Corbin. Yeah, he will be happy at the moment with them because of the fact that they've been able to pick up 2 tries. We have got also, the worst thing is I live 15 minutes from the game and couldn't make it, says Colton. So you will be in this situation. You'll be well and truly back in the Western Force, though. Even if you're not at the game, I feel like the support for the Western Force is very big. And yeah, hopefully they will be able to have a good showing in this matchup as well. We have also got there, we have got how many games are playing in this competition, says Job Curran. So at this stage, it is 5 rounds of the group stage. So there are 5 games per weekend. 1 New Zealand side plays the Australian side, and it's 5 in that regard. And then it's 5 weeks of that. So every New Zealand side plays every Australian side once, but they don't actually play the other New Zealand sides in that regard. So it is 5 weeks, and then you've got the final, which is going to be the top 2 sides. It doesn't matter what country they are from. The top 2 in the table are going to be playing off. We have also got in there, because my school is in Wilton, so that is why, and go hang outside the stadium, brother, find some twisted, wasted folks and party with them, says Marco for the polar bear. That one has gone in now. Do that scrum. That's a good push from the Western Force, and now they've got the penalty, the Western Force, and they are fired up at the moment. The Western Force fought back. They are hoping that they will be able to now kick it for the corner. Possibly Kaitu off the back could be the option for them. I don't think they'll be taking the 3 from here. That is for sure. But that was a great push on this near side there. It was actually the man up against Aiden Johnson, which in this one is Santiago Madrano. And he was well and truly fired up about it as well. And we have also got there, I would like to see it as well, says Henry Samuel. I was at the Canes game. I came down to Wellington just to make the game as well, says UFO. And thank you from Job Curran. No worries, mate. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, they are going to be taking the points here, the Western Force. That is not what I expected. 28 minutes into this game, and you are 2 tries down, and they are willing to take on 3 points. So I guess they are just trying to give them a little bit of confidence, but big decision there as well. Is there a game after this one, bro? Not tonight. We have got the 3 games which start at 4:30 tomorrow. That is going to be the Blues versus the Waratahs, followed by 7:05 Chiefs versus Brumbies, followed by 9:45 Reds versus the Crusaders as well. Up the Landers, Dunedin, Bourne, Fred as well, says Colton. Also, you're in a little bit of a crossroads in that regard. And you're going for the Highlanders big time by the sounds of it. It is going to be Diego Maiotti. He has got that one. And that turns points it puts points on the board there for the Western Force. So at the moment, 12 to the Highlanders and 3 to the Western Force as well. And we have also got there, do they play Australia and New Zealand, or they can play NZ versus NZ, or both? It can be whoever the top 2 sides are. So it could be a New Zealand Australian side, or it could be New Zealand Australia in that regard. Bro, 12-0 in 28 minutes as well, says Multi. Yeah, they are playing well at the moment. 2 tries for them, Aiden Johnson, and also it was Jonah Nariki taken very nicely there, though. It was Kyle Godwin, who is now dragged down straight over the ball, but he went to ground there. The Highlanders players are not quite able to contest for that one. Now it is going to be in the hands of the number 4, which is not Jeremy Thrush. That is not Jeremy Thrush, unless he has shaved his mustache. So that would possibly be Ryan McCauley, maybe. If I'm not wrong, now it's going to be taken by Josh Ioane on the halfway line, trying to find a bit of a gap, stepping straight into Madrano. And he has been dragged down 40 metres out now from the line. Now it is going to be Aaron Smith. They've got the advantage. Now it's going to be Mitch Hunt out the back. Goes into the hands of Michael Collins. Offloads to Ash Jackson. Mitch Hunt now out to Jonah Nariki. He's got 2 men on the outside. Harmon and Gregory decides not to use them. Jonah Nariki. And he has been dragged down. What a tackle that was by, I believe it was Domingo Maiotti. It might actually have been a lock there. They've got the advantage once again here, the Highlanders. And they are well and truly pouring on the pressure. It's in the hands of Shannon Frizzell. He saw a gap and he tried to take it on. Not quite able to, though. Now it has been popped back. Ash Dixon goes to Aaron Smith. Now Scott Gregory only a couple meters out. Aaron Smith goes into the hands of Ash Dixon almost. And it's been kicked away by Domingo Maiotti down the field. Almost able to get over the line there, the Highlanders, but not quite. And now it is going to be the penalty. And it is another penalty against the Western Force there as well. We have also got in there, have you gone to the Waika Mana and done it? An American bloke still runs the joint there. Peep the word joint as well. So Marco Vanapola Bear. I haven't actually been there. I went to the Capri factory, the chocolate factory when it was in Dunedin. But that was a great tackle from Anstey it was. He managed to drag down Jonah Nadiki, and then from there, the Highlanders were all out attack, but not able to get over that line like they would have liked to. Ash Dixon and Shannon Frizzell both almost fighting for that ball. And then Domingo Maiotti was kicking that one away as well. The Wellington Phoenix is playing tomorrow at 4 p.m. as well, says Henry Samuel. Hamish, any video ideas for me tomorrow? I mean, I guess I see that you've been doing a bit of MLB, I think, if I'm not wrong. So maybe you could do some type of career mode on there. Who's better, Sir John Kirwan? Well, I said Kirwan, very weird. Kirwan or David Campisi? Right. Well, I feel like I could try and make stuff up, but I haven't actually. I feel like if you remind me of who David Campisi is, I would be able to tell you a little bit, but I feel like just off the top of my head, that name is not ringing a bell, which is unfortunate. Now, Mitch Hunt taking the 3 points, and they have managed to convert that. And all of a sudden, everyone has decided that they want to take on the 3s rather than the 7s. We have Scott JK has a better sense of fashion as well, says Marco Vanapola Bear. And also, we have got in the chat, my fashion is Stubbies, Crocs, Rip Dirty Tradish t-shirt, and Untamed facial hair, typical Waikato specimen. And I feel like I've got a little bit of about 2 or 3 of those going on at the moment, that is for sure. Oh, yeah, I've got okay, but I will have to restart if that is okay with you. I mean, if that is too much of a hassle, though, you can just continue doing what you are doing if that is something you want to do. And now it is going to be kicked off by the Western Force, taken nicely by Josh Dixon there. And now it is going to be the Highlanders ball just outside of their 22. Aidan Johnson, the try scorer for the Highlanders, driving forward. And now it is going to be Aaron Smith goes back to Mitch Hunt, who is going to be kicking that one downfield. That one can't go out, but that is a good kick. Now it's in the hands of Rob Carney. Goes across to Domingo Maiotti, trying to make up his mind where he is going to be going. Offloads it to Rob Carney. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Rob Carney. That was Kyle Godwin who did get that one. Now it is going to be quick hands. Now it is going to be Tamani into the hands of Macaulay. So he is starting this match rather than Jeremy Thrush, which is a big hit for the Western Force. Now it is going to be Santiago Matarano on the halfway line. Driving forward, Kubeli now. Maiotti going into the hands of Godwin, rushing up. Was Scott Gregory trying to find the offload, not quite able to, though, in that situation. Now it's going to be Kubeli. Goes to Henry Tefu, shunts off Scott Gregory, but he has done well to wrestle him down. Now it is going to be Kaitu getting one of his first carries off. This one has been ripped away by Aaron Smith in the tackle, though. What's that Marino Makali 2 out there? Surely not. I believe that would have been Shannon Frizzell. I feel like there's been quite a few changes since I did see the lineup. Jordan Olawale has taken that one almost twisting the ankle there by the looks of it. A little bit of a jiggly leg syndrome. And that one has been taken there quickly by Mitch Hunt. He has taken it by himself, goes into the hands of Jonah Nadiki. Little chupping behind. He is chasing that one out. Harden has found a bit of space. Is dove on Kubeli. That's a little bit of an awkward one. Contact with the man who was on the ground. Now it's going to be Rob Carney firing the torpedo downfield. Taken nicely by Josh Ioane, the kicking battle. He's got Mitch Hunt next to him. Is he going to go? He's going to go with the Grubber there. I can't speak for some reason. I've just lost all ability in the last 5 minutes or so. That is a good kick downfield from Rob Carney, finding a lot of space. Now it's going to be Mitch Hunt 10 metres out from the Highlanders line. He is going to have to kick this one back by the looks of it. And it is a good kick downfield. And now it's going to be a penalty for the Highlanders, for the Western Force players being offside for the kick. One of the Highlanders players is down. Who is it? I think it is going to be possibly, if I'm not wrong, C.O. Tompkinson. No, it's Josh Ioane down at the moment. He's only just come back from an injury as well, Josh Ioane. But at this stage, 7 penalties against the Western Force and only the 2 against the Highlanders. But Josh Ioane looking a little bit ginger there. We have also got Kim Pence, was extremely skillful. Played fullback and right wing, was converted to left wing at the end of his career. As well as Smithy Toiler, and also bloody destroyed Kerwin in the 91 Rugby World Cup and sent us home as well. See, that's the thing. I feel like my rugby knowledge isn't as good as it possibly should be. Like some of you guys know just acres more stuff that I do. That is for sure. The Hurricanes were completely different than the Western Force as well, says Henry Samuel. It not as well. And we have got, should I make an MLB Road to the Show, be a pro and Call of Duty? But I mean, if that is something that you enjoy playing, that's the main thing I find. Almost joking. I find anytime I get asked like video ideas and all that kind of thing, I always say, make sure you enjoy what you are doing. Like, don't make the videos just for the sake of a video kind of thing, because I feel like that's where the motivation side of it kind of disappears. Like for me, with these rugby ones, I just absolutely love watching these games, talking to you guys while they are on, and that kind of makes them just fly by as well each week. Like, it was only a couple of days ago, it feels like, that we were doing the 3 matches on Saturday, but now it is going to the back. It is in the hands of Billy Harmon now, and Ash Dixon looks like he is going to be wanting this ball at the back, and he has got it now. Ash Dixon marching forward slowly, 10 metres out at the moment. They are trying to make a few more metres, but it is being defended very nicely by the Western Force here. They have been told to use it once. Now it is moving. 5 metres out. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith with the ball in hand. Michael Collins, short ball. No, it's gone to Scott Gregory. And he has got over the try line. And I think it is going to be a try to Scott Gregory there. And he has scored another one, if that is the case, in 2 matches. Very impressive from the man in the number 12 jersey. And they are just checking this one to see if it is going to be a try. They are saying that they have or haven't got a grounding. I think they have said that they have got an on-field try. If I do make an MLB Road to the Show, would you watch the video, like, and comment? I can't promise anything purely because of the fact, like, I haven't been able to watch a YouTube video in about 3 weeks with how much stuff we have been doing. But I would try my best to have a chance, if I did get a chance, to be able to do it. What's the time in Ireland, brother, as well? And they are saying that maybe, did Taifu get his hand under it? Did he get it a little bit loose there? Taifu, maybe in the carry, ended up dropping that ball or losing control of it, but I think that one is down. I think that is going to be no compelling evidence. It is going to be the try to, it was Scott Gregory, and it was in the 36th minute as well. So now the Highlanders, they have got that bonus point at this stage for being 3 or more tries ahead. And he has been playing pretty well, Scott Gregory, scoring in the last match in the 36th second. This match, he scored in the 36th minute. But it was going to be a rolling ball. But from there, Aaron Smith, he did see the opportunity to go out the back line rather than deciding to continue with the rolling ball. Short ball to Scott Gregory. And then from there, he's a hard man to stop. And he was able to get his way over the line. When you watch it, it looked like Wes Houston put the ball on the line as well. Said Henry Samuel, rip force as well. Said, well, yeah, unfortunately for them, I don't know why they took that 3 points. I know they wanted to give Domingo Maiotti a little bit of confidence there. But against a side in form that bet the Reds by 21 points, I don't think you can afford to take 3-pointers. We have seen it throughout the competition that everyone's going for 7s because of the fact that you do need a lot of points to be able to get into the situation. They are saying that they can come back, though, the Western Force, and they will have to do it very quickly and very soon if they do want a chance. But now it is going to be Mitch Hunt, currently 1 from 2 tonight. He will be open to make it 2 from 3. And he has missed that one. Mitch Hunt just away to the right-hand side. So now at this stage, only the 17-point difference. I feel like I'm watching a horse racing with your commentary. Love your enthusiasm, man, as well, says Mr. Achilles. Yeah, everyone compares it to horse racing purely because I think I just talk too quick. I get too excited, and then I end up just rambling pretty much throughout it. I mean, we talked about biscuits earlier on as well. So, yeah, nothing's really off topics to be fair. Oh, nicely done there from the Western Force. Oh, Godwin now trying to pass it out the back. It is going to be in the hands now of Tamani. Now it is going to be hit up by Koteka, trying to make a few extra meters. The Western Force need to be the next side to score. Robertson now. Domingo Maiotti kicking the ball forward. Now it's been rubbered forward there by, it was Anstey, and that one has been kicked in behind now by Mitch Hunt. And that is a good kick downfield as well. So now 40 meters out from the Highlanders line. The Western Force will have the line out throw. It looks like another hiding from the New Zealand sides as well, says Izan. And also when the naked guy came on the field, I was shocked, and it was kind of funny, says Henry Samuel. I guess it's one thing that you probably don't really expect to see, although unfortunately it has become quite a common occurrence at sporting events lately this week, which Super Rugby will be full as well, says Pino Isaac. I feel like the Reds versus Crusaders could be an incredible game if they can get about 80,000. Oh, a fella up the middle. Offload, beautifully done to Taifu. Kubeli calling for it. Has it travelled forward? It's gone backwards, and it's going to be Thomas Kubeli. And as he scored the try, they are going to be checking this one to see if it was forward on the ground, but it may have just been a try to get the Western Force right back in this match, and it would have been the man in the number 9 jersey, Thomas Kubeli, who may have been able to score that one. I will quickly write it down. 39 minutes into the first half. They need this try here, but they are just saying, can you confirm it's a knock-on? So maybe it's going to be a very interesting one. They are saying maybe it went back, but maybe it was traveling forward. We've got to look at it. It was, in the end, it was Taifu there. He does the step. Then when he's in contact, he does go for the offload. It's knocked off Josh Dixon's hand. Did it touch his hand again? After it does hit Josh Dixon's hand, or it's a close one, because of the fact that if it does hit Taifu's hand again, that means that it would be a no try. But if they are saying it's fine, I think they're going to say it's fine. Back off 5. So because of it, it means that it is going to be the try to Thomas Kubeli, and the Western Force back into this match a little bit more, as Becker would have been called, which means it would have been fill in the space as well, says Marco Votopolivia. I feel like I know where you're going with that, but I don't want to say it because then I feel like everyone will think I've got a very dirty mind. But Taifu there with a great run, saw Thomas Kubeli, and then from there, good run from him, breaking the tackle with Josh Ioane and also C.O. Tompkinson. And because of it, it is the try to the Western Force, trying to get them right back into this match now. And they are currently 10 points behind. With this kick going over from straight out in front, it will only be 8. And that's one of those things. Maybe I did possibly say that the 3 points wasn't a great choice, but maybe it could be what wins them this game, depending on how it goes. We'll have to wait and see, that is for sure. But now it is going to be 3 points to 10 in this match between these two sides. I think I said that it was going to be 12, but it is going to be the 10 here. And that was a great run from Jordan Olawafala with the offload as well. Very impressive from him. And now it is going to be the Western Force who are right back in this one. I'm quickly checking. I feel like my live stream, because of my internet, I have to keep on checking to make sure it is running smoothly, just in case that it is playing up a little bit. But I think it is all right at this stage by the looks of it, the siren sound. So now we are going to be at halftime if they decide to kick it into touch. And he has put it into touch, Domingo Maiotti. And now the score at halftime is going to be 20 to the Highlanders and 10 to the Western Force. So far, 4 tries in this first half. And it could be a very interesting second. Then the last match between the Hurricanes and the Waratahs. Was it the Waratahs? No, sorry, it was the Rebels. It was actually an interesting situation because of the fact that we did end up having 5 tries in the second half. So this one could be relatively similar as well. They are showing DC on the screen at the moment. Dan Carter, he is doing a bit of a ad for Chemist Warehouse. We have also got playing some rugby challenge, 87 ABs versus the 96 ABs. So that would be a very interesting contest between those two sides. That is for sure. Now, something else that is interesting is the fact that there have been quite a few changes to the starting lineups compared to what they were supposed to be at the start of the match. The likes of Josh Ioane, he is actually on in the number 15 jersey rather than Sam Gilbert. For the Western Force, they have got Macaulay on the field rather than Jeremy Thrush. I feel like that is quite a big hit for the Western Force because Jeremy Thrush, very talented player. So I will show the benches, but I will mention these may be a little bit wrong because of the changes that we have seen late. So Macaulay already out there. Also, Domingo Maiotti already out there because of the injury to Jake McIntyre getting knocked out from C.O. Tompkinson's head in the end. So they have also still got Strachan and also Ian Pryor on the bench. Thunder as well. Very dangerous player when he does get ball in hand off the back of a scrum. But then for the Highlanders, they have got the likes of Himino off the back of the scrum. Could be dangerous. Natunani Punavai picking up a try last week for the Highlanders as well. And then you've got Ethan de Groot, who is a very talented individual in that front row. So, yeah, going to be an exciting second half between these two sides. We haven't seen so far in this match. We've seen quite a bit of early attack from the Western Force and then that late try. But there's kind of that middle stage that they didn't really get too much going on, which may have been why they are the 10 points behind. But the Highlanders playing very nicely in that regard as well. We have got Let's Go, says Penny Isaac, and we have got Marco Vunapolobert has said, well, 87 ABs. Wouldn't have the slightest idea who it is. JK Michael Jones, yeah, as well. And we have got, you have more viewers than 2 cents brother. And Kanakuan is over there. You scared him away, Marco Vunapolobert. That is for sure. We have also got in there 87 ABs with mean as well, says Smithy Toilet. And, yeah, it's going to be an interesting contest for the second half. So far, the tries being scored by Scott Gregory, Jonah Nardecki, and Aidan Johnson, the loose head prop for the Highlanders. Then also the try of the Western Force, that was Domingo Maiotti, who was able to score that one. McDowell, Fitzpatrick, and Richard Low forward pack as well, says Millie Toilet. Yeah, we are just waiting for the second half to get underway. I'm excited for this one. And we did a prediction in the last match. How many tries do you guys think are going to be scored in the second half? I am once again going to be sticking with the 5. I got it right in the first match between the Waratahs, between the Highlanders and also the it wasn't the Highlanders, the Hurricanes, and also the Rebels. I keep on confusing teams this week. Pierce and Gary Wedden, second row as well. So Smithy Toiler and McDowell Fitzpatrick and Richard Lowe as the forward pack as well. But they are showing Jordan Olawafela. He is one of those players that he has been able to play decently overall in the future, in the past. He was able to get that hat trick. I feel like he would maybe be hoping that he can do the same as well in this match. Although he did actually, I feel like that match, he did very well to be able to score as many tries as he did up against the Rebels. And we have got, ironically, Kanakuan is on my stream, as well, says Smithy Toilet as well. And we have got, I've heard of those guys, Smithy Toilet, but to be honest, mate, if I seen them on the streets, I wouldn't even know who they were, mate, as well, says Marco Vanapola Bear. And I am curious, Marco Vanapola Bear, you mentioned the 2-man lift. What is the what is the thingamabob that you were thinking of sending? I kept on thinking about it, and I was trying to think of what needs a 2-man lift. And I don't know whether it was the whole, can I watch it? How do I do that? I'm not good at technology things. Sorry, says Marco Vanapola Bear as well. I was just thinking off the top of my head, what needs 2 men to lift it that revolves around rugby? And the first thing that popped into my head was goalposts, but I don't think you'll be sending any goalposts over this way. They are showing Richard Kahui, a very experienced player. He is going to need every bit of it to be able to get his Western Force side the win in the second half. But Billy Harmon so far has been pretty dangerous in this first half. Also, Shannon Frizzell running hard with the ball when he has been out there for the first half. He wasn't in the first match for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, which is why he is trying to make such a big impact here. But they have got loose forwards for days on the bench with Himino, and also they have got the likes of, I guess, Urenton would come off the field unless they decide to switch it up a little bit. I'm marking the Kiwi Lad territory on my stream as well, says Smithy Toilet. I know that I was referring to Smithy Toilet saying send my stomach fat, like my fat would be a 2-man lift. I'll just send some more rugby things. Okay. See, I think I got confused because I was like, wait, what needs to, I couldn't think of what it was off the top of my head. But yeah, of course, it is very much appreciated, the support you have been showing. And I feel like, did I work out who you were earlier than you suspected, possibly? I feel like I'm a bit of a detective in the chat because of the fact that, you guys, even though it doesn't seem like it, when I'm reading all the chat, I am pretty much remembering every single bit of it. Hey, I'm back, lads. Said more cake as well. Welcome back, mate. At the moment, in this match, we have had a few tries between these two sides, 4 to be exact, 3 for the Highlanders and 1 for the Western Force. So at this stage, no bonus point is going out to anyone. Let's go, kind of coming in, throwing lows, bro. Marco, going to sniff him out and drag him back to Kiwi Lads, as well as the Smithy Toilet. But at this stage now, Jonah Nariki scoring the first try of the match, and that was Aaron Smith. And at this stage, Aaron Smith has, I believe, 2 or 3 assists in this match so far. He has been looking pretty decent in terms of the fact that he has been able to just find the vision, find the pass that he needs to be able to get the try for his side. And at the moment, they are having a team meeting in the Highlanders dressing room. Hopefully, we are only a few more minutes away. I'm looking through to see who that is. Who is the number 22 for the Highlanders? I might have to have a look at that as well, because it is certainly not Josh Ioane since he is starting this match, and it also isn't Sam Gilbert. So maybe a late injury there. We have also got, it's going to be interesting. But I will quickly, I always forget to do this. I will check the likes on the live stream to see what we are sitting on at this stage. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. It is very much appreciated. And we are going to be doing all of the matches tomorrow as well, which should be some very exciting rugby to be seen between the sides. But I will have a look, and we are looking at 25 likes. So thank you all very much as well, Marco. You must mark your territory on 2 sets as well, says Smithy Toilet. We don't want to self-promote, though, because I feel like people get annoyed about that quite a lot. So be careful. Don't go too self-promoty in the chat. But thank you all very much for being here for this one as well. We have got the 25 likes. I feel like setting a like goal of maybe around, I don't know, is 50 likes too many for this match? We will have to wait and see. Of course, Friday night rugby doesn't seem to have as much traffic as Saturday night rugby. Like tomorrow, there's going to be 3 very good games of rugby to watch. That is for sure. And yeah, we are only moments away from the second half getting underway, I have a feeling. But at this stage, I would say in the first half, if I had to pick players who have been standing up quite well, Jonah Nareki. Also, I would go with Aaron Smith. And possibly you go with someone like a Shannon Frizzell who has been hitting the ball up hard at the line. And then for the Western Force, you go Kubeli as he was able to score the try. And also Henry Teifu. As soon as he's got that ball in hand, he always runs hard, but they are showing the tries. Aaron Smith in that situation, little offload on the inside to Jonah Nareki. That was the opening try for the Highlanders. That was in the 12th minute. Then from there, they had the line-out drive from only a few metres out. Went to the front to Shannon Frizzell. Then from there, Johnston was able to get his hands on the ball, and they were able to score the second. And at this stage, it looked like they were going to be pouring on the tries, and that was exactly what they did. 37th minute, went to Scott Gregory, put the head down, drove over the line, and he was able to score the try, the third one of the match for the Highlanders. But right at the end of the first half, it was Thomas Kubeli who was able to score. Oluwafela in the gap hard offload to Teifu. And then good step there off the hands of Josh Dixon that made the ball go backwards. And then Kubeli was able to score between the posts, getting the Western Force just that little bit closer to being back in this match. How many times they will play again until the final, says Pino Isaac. So these two sides won't actually meet again in this competition unless they are both in the final. So pretty much all the New Zealand sides play all the Australian sides once, but they don't actually repeat that. So it is only 5 matches for every team. You get to play every side. So in this example, we'll say the Western Force, they get to play the Chiefs, the Highlanders, the Crusaders, the Blues, and also the Hurricanes. And then whoever is sitting top of the table in that regard, the top 2 sides will be in the situation of getting to go to that final. No, I never go on 2 cents. It's like he has his day ones that he sticks with, and I feel like I get lost in the sauce on his streams. That's why I'm Kiwi Lads for Life as well. From that was Marco Vonapolabia. And yeah, we do appreciate you being here for so long. Like you guys in the chat as well. I guess we have got our own day ones almost, because Johnny Blaze, you were here. Oh, sorry, Marco Vonapolabia from England, the Lucid prop. He was here since pretty much the start of the channel. I think you were almost here for the first ever live stream, which is pretty awesome. I am thinking about doing a 2,000 subscribers special, how we look back at old live streams and also kind of how the Kiwi Lads got to the stage that we're at. And we have also got in there Kiwi Lads for Life as the hashtag from Smoothie Toilet. You guys really want me to get that merch up and running? I believe so. I have to work out how to do that. I didn't get much of a chance to research it this week. Force going to lose this year. More a bit of getting to know each other between Oz teams and the Kiwi teams next year. Should be more competitive or more competition from Oz. And I am an Aussie, by the way, as well, said Luke. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I really hope that the Kiwi sides don't win all 25 games. Like, I feel like I'd love to see maybe at least 5 wins. That seems like a high number. At least 3 or 5 wins for the Australian sides, just to give them that little bit more confidence. Because I feel like already after the first week, I saw that so many people were just completely slagging off the Australian sides. But they have some good, talented players, and they just need that chance of getting to the kind of gel, like you mentioned, and end up in the situation of, hopefully being able to contest one day as well. Keep dreaming, Luke, as well, said Maxi. And of course, ex-Crusader as well. He will know about being a dominant player on that field. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Maxi, I will ask you a question, and that is, do you think the Crusaders will have a home final if they do make it to the final? Or do you think because of those bonus points that they did miss out on, or the bonus point that they missed out in the match against the Brumbies, do you think they will finish second rather than first? Oz teams need work on more defence, in my opinion, as well, says Izan. Yeah, unfortunately, the likes of in the last match we saw between the Rebels and also the it was the Hurricanes, there were 40 missed tackles for the Rebels. So that is just too many. And the fact that they only made about 90 makes it even worse as well. Do you like to speak like American or British? Said Pino. I think the Kiwi accent is a little bit closer to British than American. Like to speak like a Kiwi as well, said Marco Vinapola. And we have Scott. Will it be another round of all New Zealand teams beating the Aussie teams? Says Jake Lacey. I don't know. I feel like the big match that will be the decider will be the Brumbies versus the Chiefs. I think that will be the closest game of the weekend. That statement might backfire, but I feel like that is going to be the case, how that one could be both sides really playing some very good rugby And it could be close because of the fact that anytime Damian McKenzie recently has played 10, the Chiefs have only won by 1 point. So that is one of those stats that maybe could come back to bite them. But of course, Noel Alessio not quite able to convert for the Brumbies to win that game against the it's going to be one of those ones that, what was I saying about the Chiefs? That maybe it could be a close game and Noel Alessio not quite able to get that kick last time, but maybe he will be able to do a decent job as well in this match against the Chiefs. Hard to say, brother. Let's see how the Crusaders respond in this next game. And yeah, that's going to be a big match between the Crusaders and the Reds. Like, that's one of those ones that, yeah, as Jake Lacey said, 2 champions head-to-head tomorrow will be interesting. Yeah, it's kind of one of those matchups that the Reds, they were resting a few players against the Highlanders, but was it the case of the Highlanders just playing phenomenally in that match, or was it the case of perhaps the Reds just not quite getting it going? Because of the fact that, like, the Highlanders, they had 92.4% tackles, like, which is it's very impressive, and it makes it hard to be able to score many points against them. We have also got Jacob has said, why have you not shown the lineups? You only showed the first Trans-Tasman one in round 1. We did actually show the lineups a little bit earlier on in the live stream, but I will put them up for you once again so you can see them. The likes of the fact that we have got the Western Force lineup here with Kahui, and also the try scorer was Thomas Kubeli in the number 9 jersey. There have been a couple changes. Jeremy Thrush is not in the starting lineup. It is Macaulay instead, and also Diego Maotti is on the field. That is because of the injury of Jake McIntyre. But overall, decent performance from the Western Force. Had about 15 phases in a row to start the match off, which was very impressive. Then for the Highlanders, we have got Ash Dixon. He would love to pick himself up a try, but I don't think it will be too easy for him. The Western Force defending the rolling ball not too badly overall, although one try has been leaked in that regard. Then Scott Gregory scoring the try. Jonah Nareki and also Sam Gilbert is not starting at 15. It is Josh Ioane who is starting in that position as well. But now we are getting very close to the second half, getting underway as well, like the new graphics, etc. too, bro, says Maxi. Thank you very much, mate. I had a couple more coming up in the Hurricanes versus the, who was it? I keep on forgetting. Hurricanes versus Rebels. I will show one of them because I feel like I was quite proud of it. And it was the fact that I had, I mean, it's a bit basic, but I thought that it looked pretty cool with the bus in motion and had all of the stats from its last match. And hopefully that is something I'd like to add a little bit more throughout the next few matches, and maybe even get to the stage of putting the full starting lineups as rugby challenge form, just to avoid any copyright. That is a good kick downfield there from Kyle Godwin it was. But yeah, nonetheless, the second half is now underway. And this one, if all Aussie teams will lose, I think the New Zealand team will go to the final, says Penno Isaac. Yeah, I think whoever wins out of the Australian teams, the Brumbies at this stage or the Reds, I think are the two sides that will be able to make it to that final if they keep on winning. But they need to win every game from here. Ash Dixon with the line-out throw on halfway. Now it is going to be 5-back Mitch Hunt. Billy Harmer goes back behind. Theo Tompkinson, a little bit of an awkward one for Josh Ioane. We have got in there, how much time does Richard Kahui have left? He's a pretty good player. He is. And I feel like he is. It's one of those players. It's like Kieran Reid, although he just retired Kieran Reid. But some of these players, Sam Whitelock, another example, some of these players get better with age in some regards now. It's going to be Jonah Nareki, little kick in behind, looking for a bit of territory. Good kick there. And it is going to be into the 22 almost to the Western Force with their line-out throw. We have also got there, Jesus Christ, live stream talking about you as well, says Marco Vodapola Bear on 2 sets of rugby live stream. Oz teams with a few, or will win a few. Not a lot. I am a realist. Still got on VHS. The Reds putting 50 points on Auckland back in the 90s as well. Mackenzie's kicking game seems to be sloppy for the past 2 games. Yeah, it hasn't quite been what it was the games before, but hopefully he will be able to sort it out in the next matchup against the Brumbies, because I feel like he will need to do some pretty good kicking. Now it's Michael Collins. Quick hands out to Theo Tompkinson. Now stepping on the inside, dragged down by Kyle Godwin. Only about 20 meters out now. Ash Dixon hitting the ball up once again. And they have still got this ball. Aaron Smith, little bit of a set play there. Almost stolen quick hands. Theo Tompkinson with the full pass. Or it was Scott Gregory went forward to Theo Tompkinson. And now it is going to be the scrum feed for the Western Force now. We have got what happened to Sam Gilbert, said Jacob Tickley. I'm not actually too sure. I know with the fact that, it seems like a very late change, because in the starting lineups for myself, I normally get them not too far away from kickoff, but he is not there. Also, it was Jeremy Thrush, player for the Western Force, who would have had a pretty decent game against the Highlanders, I think, for his physicality side of it. I thought maybe he would have been out there as well, but it has been a late change. And we have also got in there, Haven't really been a fan of 2 Cents. Heard of him back in early 2019. Watched his 2019 AV squad. Came across Kiwi Lads for his Be a Pro videos, as well as Smithy Toilets, and was checking out the squads. He is really low as well, Smithy Toilet. And that is a good point. I probably need to do more Be a Pro episodes because of the fact that it is one of those ones I want to transfer over to PC so that I can play the games with the actual Mitre 10 Cup kits and everything. But it is the situation of if I did that, I'd have to recreate Handsome Squidward as well. I would first watch 2 Cents, then I jumped on G-Man streams. I would donate to him, but I wanted to support a Kiwi fella, and I came across Kiwi Lads at like 20 subscribers. Yeah, it was very early on, and you have been with us ever since, and it is hugely appreciated. We've been going for about it's more than 7 months. We've almost been going for around 9 months, and you guys have been sticking around throughout pretty much all of it. And yeah, hopefully from here we keep on growing, but I will try my best to keep up with the chat throughout these live streams as well, because at the end of the day, it is you guys who make these live streams a lot of fun. Taifu now having the run for the Western Force inside of the 22 at the moment, trying to drive their way forward. Kaitu'u now dragged down by Siate Tokolahi and Aiden Johnson. Now it looks like Kubeli is going to be sending this one high into the sky by the looks of it. Yes, he has. And now it is going to be lined up as a by Carney, not quite able to take that one. Oh, it is going to be a penalty. 6 blue, offside is the call. And now because of it, Aaron Smith thinking about taking the quick tap, but decides against it. In front of the kicker is the call against. It was Fergus Lee Warner. And that is one thing you can't afford to be given away, unfortunately, because of the fact that at this stage, the Western Force can't be afforded to give away any more tries. But now it will be the situation of they are kicking for the corner. Mitch Hunt putting it into the corner for the Highlanders, and they are going for the 7 points. They want that bonus point back as well. Yeah, I was happy because I figured, cool, here's my chance to support a Kiwi bloke who isn't an Aucklander, and I've always been one to back the underdog. Please don't take that offensive, Amish bro. No, I never do, because of the fact we are the small fish in the big pond kind of thing, I think is a decent analogy, but we're slowly growing as a fish. And yeah, hopefully we will keep on growing and get to be a decent-sized fish, I guess is a weird way of putting it. Ash Dixon now has got that ball at the back of the rolling maul. They are going to be told to use it very soon. It's going slightly sideways, but they are slowly making a few meters, slowly driving forward. It's been completely stopped there by the Western Force. They're doing very nicely there. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith. Goes to Scott Gregory now. Fires it back. Oh, Mitch hunted early. Richard Cowie claims that one, and he is making a few meters, dragged down by Scott Gregory, and the Western Force now have this ball in hand. It's going to be Domingo Miotti kicking that one in behind, chased out by Jordan Olawafella, and it's going to be Billy Harmon fending him off there. Nicely done by that man. Now it's Hunt, goes to Ioane, quick hands, Jonah Nadiki. It's done a little kick in behind. Now it's going to be Rob Carney claiming this one. This game is going to be going back and forth well and truly. At this stage, Richard Cowie trying to step, but he is lined up by Scott Gregory there. Now it's going to be Kubeli on the halfway line. It is going to be Miotti. Long ball, and now it's going to be down the wing. Oh, the kick almost ended up going into the hands of Tim Anstey. Tried to kick it down the wing. And he is saying that maybe it did go into touch there. And we always got, yes, saw your Be a Pro videos from about 9 months. Then had my old account, which got terminated. And we have got before that pretty much G-Man or Gareth Mason at 2 Cents, predominantly G-Man as well. And yeah, that's the thing. I feel like slowly the rugby community on YouTube, I feel like it's growing. Like there is going to be a lot of rugby on over the next few months. And yeah, it has been pretty awesome that we have been able to do pretty much live streams. Almost, I think we've done a live stream every week for the past kind of 9 months or so, if I'm not wrong. It's pretty close to it anyway. If Australia win, we'll go to the final, which both teams will go to the final as well, says Benno Isaac as well. And yeah, whoever can get the win here for an Australian side in round 2, they have to make sure that they can keep on getting those wins because of the fact we've got the likes of the Hurricanes. They're sitting on 10 points now. Highlanders on 5. They are going for a bonus point here to put them on 10 as well. More than likely, the Blues will end up. Yeah, they will be in the situation of maybe, I'm just watching whether or not Shannon Frizzell, yeah, he does get the little finger on it. So because of it, it means that now it will be the line-out throw for the Western Force, I would think. Yes, it is. Now it is going to be going to the back, into the hands of Macaulay now. And they have said, let's go. They are driving forward now. The Western Force going sideways. At the same time, 40 metres out from the line. Kaitu'u ends up in the situation of giving it off to Kubeli, who goes to Taifu now, drives straight. And it was Scott Gregory. Good tackle on him by Billy Harmon, though. Now it is going to be Miotti inside ball. Almost good hands from Koteka, but it did go forward. So now it is going to be the scrum feed for the Highlanders. Just not quite able to hang on to that one Koteka there. We have also got Western Force showing promise. As well, says Izan, yeah, they need to be sure that they are the next team to score in this match, or else it may be just a little bit too much to be able to make up as well. Probably Western Force versus Brumbies, as well, said Izan. And we have also got, I still have huge respect for G-Man. He's a pretty cool fella. I love to meet him one day. I will try, or I try now and then say hello every now and then to G-Man, as well, says Marco Vodapolobia. And also 2 cents muted me for no reason, didn't say anything but hashtag Kiwi lads. Yeah, I feel like it is because of the fact that maybe he doesn't want the, he may think that it's self-promotion in that regard. So he probably doesn't want people in his chats looking at Kiwi lads, perhaps. Could be the case. Richard Kahui was an All Black star. He is a legend regardless of where he plays. Who agrees, says Tristan. Yeah, very good player. And it was kind of awesome seeing him score a try up against, it was the Chiefs, even though, of course, maybe Chiefs fans weren't too keen on it, but it seemed like quite nice, him still being the older player, but still having the ability to be able to score the try. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith, goes back to Mitch Hunt, kicking it in behind, going for territory once again. Too much on it, though. And that one's gone out on the full from Mitch Hunt. And perhaps maybe the territory game may not be working as well for the Highlanders as they would like at this stage. We have also got there Kahui, a great player, for a pensioner, and still a great player as well. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier on, some of these older players, like with the experience that they've got, they just seem to keep on getting better. And Richard Kahui out on that wing for the Western Force. I feel like him and the likes of those younger guys in the midfield, like Godwin, Teifu as well, he can give them a lot of pointers on how to be great players. And now perhaps it's going to be going out to the wing of Richard Kahui if they go wide here, the Western Force. But it's going to be Kaitu with the line-out throw, almost stolen by Dixon, but taken nicely by McCauley. Now it is going to be Kubeli. Goes back inside, ball to Richard Kahui, the man who we just spoke of. Now it's going to be Kubeli around the side, stepping, and he has been tackled there by Pari Parkinson. They've got the advantage as well for the high tackle. Now it's going to be Lee Warner around the side. And Parkinson could end up, he's done a hammy. Unfortunately, Pari Parkinson, little kick in behind from Tamani, the number 5, deciding he wants to kick it. And now they are going to be going back for the penalty, and it was for the high tackle. And Pari Parkinson straight away gripping the hamstring. That's not a good sign for that man as well. Got into an awkward position, I believe, in the breakdown. And it may have just cost him a little bit there. 2 cents doesn't like the young dogs on the come up as well. See Marco Vodapolobia. I'm sure it's not the case, but I guess it is just the fact that his viewers are probably there watching his rugby side of it. 71 views to 67 views. Back to Kiwi as well, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, that's the thing. These live streams have been getting a lot of views recently, and I just appreciate all you being here for them. Like, we are going to be doing plenty more as well. So if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a like as well. And then Parkinson just ended up getting a little bit of an awkward tweak, I think, on the hamstring there. I was surprised that Rob Carney played for the Force. The Force has a lot of talent. Yeah, their backline is pretty decent overall. Like, you look at some of the players. You've got Oliver Feller, scored a hat-trick. Teifu runs hard with the ball every day of the week. Then you've got Kyle Godwin's been playing very well recently. Richard Kahu, the experience, and Rob Carney, the experience, and 2 very talented players as well. So you'd almost say overall that maybe they've got the better of the backline, but at this stage, the Highlanders, 2 of their players in that backline have been able to score tries. What does Pari mean, like his name? Says Marco Vonapolobia. I'm not actually too sure what the meaning behind it is, to be honest. But now Kaitu, 5 meters out now for this line out. The Western Force going to be able to get right back into this match now. It is going to the back. It's a good line out throw. Now it is going to be offloaded into the hands of Anstey. A little bit of a sell of the dummy there. I think the Highlanders thought that they were doing something different. Now it is going to be in the hands of Medrano getting driven sideways. I feel like they want to fire this one wide, but first they are going to keep on hitting up. Lee Warner driven backwards there. Now it is going to be Godwin into the hands. Sorry, it was Mayotte goes to Kahui. They are making sure they mark up. Oliver Feller is going off that left wing side. He is running to the right, so maybe that is part of the plan. It is going to be the penalty advantage as well. 6 phases in for the Western Force. Who are they going to be going to? And it is going to be the penalty now. And it looks like Ethan de Groot isn't going to be giving the ball up for the quick tap opportunity there for offside against Billy Harmon. And they are not too happy with Ethan de Groot there hanging on. And we have also got in there, Rob Carney wanted to get tackled. The man handled by his man Crush T-Mac as well, says Marco Vodapolobia. And also, there's Carney, the Welsh international, or Irish. It is the Irish one, I believe. And Jesse was an outlaw, has said, hey, lad, welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in for this match. At the moment, it's a bit close at the moment. But yeah, Ethan de Groot just not giving up the ball there. And he just throws it straight into Cabelli. And tell you what, Mathurano not too happy with that as well. Aaron Smith trying to get between them. That wasn't going to work out for him. Unfortunately, we have got. I feel that Mitch Hunt should make the All Black squad. Says Tristan, what do you guys think? I think he is up there in terms of contention because I know they've got Moana and also probably Bowden Barrett is maybe the second choice. But I think other than that, maybe they would be going maybe a Josh Ioane or a Mitch Hunt or someone along those lines. Possibly could be certainly in there as well. Kind of what time is it in Ireland as well, says Smithy Toilet. And we've also got Rob Carney. Also wants to tell Richie Moanga that he's better than that baby Jonathan Sexton. As well, says Marco Vodopolo. But now, once again, Kaitu has got this line out throw. That's going to be in the corner and 5 meters out. Now they are deciding what to do with it. Are they going to go? I feel like a nice little set play to do here would be to possibly go to the back and then go near side Jordan Olawafela in the corner. That is what I would think might be a good option. And it's gone into the hands now. They have got the rolling maul going. Where is Jordan Olawafela? I feel like he is the man who could get a try if they can't get this one moving. Kaitu looking up. They're going absolutely nowhere. At the moment, the Western Force are being told to use it now. It's going to be Kubeli. Goes back into the hands of Teifu. Short ball to Kyle Godwin, breaking a couple tackles. But he has been dragged down by Billy Harmon. Now it is going to be in the hands over the top. Carney now driving for the corner, getting close. Straight over the ball was Hugh Renton. Has he got it as well? Yes, he does, Hugh Renton. And he is fired up because of it. And he was starting in the number 8 jersey over Himino. And he has done extremely well. Hugh Renton had a great game last week as well. So I feel like he is possibly saying that maybe he should be in that starting lineup more often. 14 tackles and 2 turnovers, 1. That is 1 turnover, 1 here. Those stats, the 14 and the 2 turnovers, were from last week. Straight over the ball. And he just steals it there. We have also got there, won't get enough international exposure, similar to Josh Ioane in 2019, says Smithy Toilet as well. And Mitch Hunt got competition to make it into the AB selection. And what happened to that random AB fly half, the dude behind Moanga and Fergus Burke? The guy behind Moanga and Fergus Burke, is that for the Crusaders? Because is it Brett Cameron? No. Yeah, maybe. Is it Brett? No. Who's Brett Cameron? Who's Brett Cameron? Is it Brett Cameron? I say Brett Cameron about 15 times. Is it Brett Cameron? We have got, howdy, hey, y'all, as well from Scrum Lass. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. At this stage, we are at 10 points to the Western Force and 20 to the Highlanders. Close game, though. Brett Cameron, yep, it is, as well, says Smithy Toilet. I said his name about 15 times and still was confused with what was coming out of my mouth. But at this stage, yeah, he was a decent player as well. That's the thing. The Crusaders' backline has huge depth. Like they've lost, it is, at this stage, they've lost, it is George Bridge because of the fact that he has got an injury. But unfortunately, for any other side that they're playing, they've still got a lot of depth. They've got Whainā Nuku there who can play on the wing. They've also got Will Jordan back now. He was having a rest for the last match. Kaitu now. Liam Coltman on the field. That is for Ash Dixon. So he wasn't quite able to score a try in this one. Now it's going to be Anstey hitting the ball up once again. I will quickly write down the changes that they are making, but they have changed their front row. Now it is going to be in the hands of Jordan Olawafela down the wing. Good low tackle in by Josh Ioane. Ripped his boot off as well in that one. Now it is going to be Tamani running forward. I need to quickly write down all of the changes that have been made as well. Now it's going to be Godwin goes, the big seller dummy from Tom Robertson. And he has been tackled now as well. Now it's going to be Kubeli. Back to Godwin. Into the hands of Carney. Quick hands. Into the hands of Richard Kahui now. They are slowly trying to drive forward here, the Western Force. If they can score next, they have been saying it the whole way. Maybe they have got a good chance of being able to score, of being able to win this match, I should say. Now it's going to be in the hands of the number 4, which in this one is Macaulay. Now they have got the advantage. It is going to be Robertson up to 9 phases now for the Western Force. Slowly starting to build something up here. Now it is going to be Macaulay once again. Goes into the hands of Kahui. Quick hands into the hands of Godwin. Mayorti offloads there. Was a little bit forward from Olawafela, or into the hands of Olawafela, and went forward. So it is going back for the penalty. Made it in 2018, but went downhill as well. How did he make the ABs, and why was he picked as well, says Marco Vonapolobia. And also, we have got Smithy Toilet, hey mate, as well from Scrum Lass, picking up on the Kiwi slang as well. And we have got in there as well. I was referring to Moanga and Barrett, says Izan, and probably D-Mac as well, and played great for Canterbury as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also Lester Whainā Nuku to make AB squad. What do you reckon? He's got to almost, surely he's in contention because he has been playing some very good rugby for the Crusaders. And he was making a lot of meters in the Super Rugby Aotearoa competition. And also, he was able to do pretty decently in terms of his just hitting the ball up. He was running hard with it, and I feel like that was helping him out. What's up from James Gordon as well? Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. We have also got D-Max, a utility, who we listed as a fullback as well, says Smithy Toiler. And yeah, he's playing 10 in the match tomorrow as well. And like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, anytime Damian McKenzie plays 10, the Chiefs only win by 1 point in recent history. So that's a little bit close. So it could be a close game between them and the Brumbies. Kaitu now going to the back. Into the hands of McCauley. Takes it nicely. Now they're going down the blind side. It's going to be, Sella the dummy. From it was Koteka. They're getting close to the line. Now it's straight over the ball. And it is going to be the penalty to the Highlanders. And it was Liam Coltman over the ball every time. Or Liam Coltman or Shannon Frizzell. I think they both were there. But every time they get close here, the Western Force, anytime they're 10 metres out, the Highlanders just win that penalty. I want the Highlanders to win this match as well, said Joseph. And at this stage, it looks like they've got a decent chance. The Western Force, they are throwing everything that they can at the Highlanders at the moment. Koteka off the back. Beautiful run there. Tried to run over the top of Jonah Nariki. Oh, sorry, it was Aaron Smith who made the tackle. Good tackle from him. And then from there was the penalty for Shannon Frizzell or Liam Coltman. Yeah, it was Shannon Frizzell who was able to do it. Although they patted Liam Coltman on the head as well. So maybe they haven't quite decided who was able to do it. We have got Coltman's Amin Jackala as well. Says Smithy Toiler. I'm in Fremont, California. And we have also got a friend until the 4th of June. So that one's not straight though from the Highlanders. So now the Western Force have another chance. And we have also got there closer to you for the time zone. Still can't get my ass to a match on time, lol. Thanks again for 10 out of 10 stream commentary. No worries. Katie, thank you very much for being here. Also, 3 matches tomorrow. They'll be very early morning ones because we have got what time is it there from Smithy Toilet. So once we find out that, I will let you know what time the first match is on tomorrow because it is 4:15 New Zealand time. We have also got Luke Bowen, as said, score from 1996, Queensland versus Auckland in Super Rugby, 51-13, balance of power on the New Zealand side. But this can change as well. And we had also a little bit earlier on from Tristan has said, I feel they shouldn't test Moanga at centre because of his skill and absolute assertiveness. And Bowden Barrett, number 10. What do you guys and girls think? Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones. Bowden Barrett and Moanga at this stage, I feel, are the two that they are thinking for that first 5 role. Maybe McKenzie if an injury comes into it, but I feel like those 3 are probably your big ones. And then fullback, Geordie Barrett, Will Jordan, and also Damian McKenzie also as your 3 options. That one has gone down. Holmes is on the field now as well. It would be Medrano who came off the field now. So there we go. We will write that one down. I have been missing a lot of the subs in this match, but it's all right. It's 5 a.m. says Scrumless. So the game that is taking place earlier on, you might actually have a night game in that regard. I think it would be maybe around at a 10 p.m. kickoff or something around there. For that one, a centre doesn't have to be big. Moanga can make it as well, says Tristan, and pretty random, mate. As well, says Smithy Toilet. And we have got, he's too short. He's already established great coordination at first 5. That's going to be the penalty to the Highlanders now for that scrum. It was Josh Honock on the near side. And because of it now, once again, the Highlanders taking back that momentum. Anytime the Western Force get a chance, front row went down. And because of it, it meant that it is going to be the penalty to the Highlanders. Aaron Smith is loving it. Got to go see you later, says James Gordon. That was a short visit, but thank you very much for tuning in while you did. We will see you later. 96 Sharks versus Blues. Final was mean. Honeyball makes great plays, or made great plays as well, said Smithy Toilet. But now it's going to be Mitch Hunt kicking this one downfield for the Highlanders. They still want that bonus point. And at this stage, they need one more try to be able to do it. We have also got my team as Blues and Chiefs and the Queensland Reds as well, says Joseph. So you've got 3 games tomorrow that you'll be very excited for. That is for sure. And we have also got there, anyone consider Teddy Black playing fly half for the All Blacks, says Izan. Here's another one that's probably quite high up there in terms of a certain possibility because he's been playing pretty well. Him and Peter Feta were linking up quite nicely in the early stages of the season. And I feel like he is better at 10 rather than Harry Plummer. Unfortunately, in that regard for Harry Plummer, he may be missing out possibly. But now there's going to be Aaron Smith 30 metres out now. Parkinson goes to Josh Honock, who is trying to drive forward. And at the moment, the Highlanders, are they going to be able to get that bonus point? We've lost the scoreboard, so I'm not sure what the time is. It's 59 on my clock at the moment. But I think the like goal was 50 likes. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We have plenty more rugby content, including a lot of games tomorrow. But now it is going to be Aaron Smith. Goes back into the hands of Hugh Renton, who has once again had another run almost stolen there by it was Holmes, but not quite able to get it now. It's going to be Gregory, quick hands into the hands of Dixon, gone forward though. And now it means that it is in the hands of the Western Force. They have got the advantage. Now they look like they are going to be countering. No, it was a knock-on to a knock-on. So now it is going to be the scrum feed of I think it's going to be the scrum feed of the Western Force. And they are going to be making more subs. No, they're TMO in it to have a look. And we have also got a whole heap of people in the chat. I do appreciate you all being here as well. We have also got in the chat, when was the last time we had a short second five as well? And we have also got in there, spot on, says the toilet. And just remember, Teddy Black is also there. That is why I want that as well, says Tristan. And they are having a check at a high tackle against Josh Honick, I think it is, in that regard. So he could be going to the bin depending on how high it was. Unless it was a tackle on him. No, it was it's a swinging arm from Greg Holmes. So he is going to end up possibly off the field for 10 minutes, unfortunately for him. He's only just got out there. Malong's defense not good enough for centre. But that's like me playing halfback. It won't work as well. But yeah, unfortunately, the swinging arm connects with the head. So maybe he will be going off the field here. Unfortunately, Hugh Renton was ducking. Then he also got one from Kaitu, getting him in the face as well in that regard. Fancy myself dethroning DuPont as well. And we have also got Buddy, have been following your commentary since last 3 or 4 weeks. You are good. Keep up the good work from Fennell Dave as well. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. And yeah, hopefully as we do more of these live streams, it does keep on improving as I learn the player's name a little bit more as well. What are they saying here? Okay. Square in the head with force. Yellow card against Greg Holmes here because of the fact that it was contact to the head. That is a moment in this game that may have just possibly ruined the Western Force's chances because of the fact that now they will have a very good chance, the Highlanders, of being able to score off that little bit of moment. And we have also got, we'll need great rush defense in the midfield. Malonga's awful as well. We have also got, it's very nice to have recreational herb. Definitely I use it for pain from my car accident. Jeez, that's sorry to hear that. Just legalized that in my state too. Finally, my state isn't going to be poor anymore, says Scrum Lass. And yeah, that's something that I don't think they have too many plans of doing that here in New Zealand. Yeah, I know they had a referendum for it, but I think it ended up getting disallowed. Go Highlanders as well, says Scrum Lass. Good on you for live reporting, mate, from Wales, UK here as well from Joanne. So thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, we've had people from all around the world for this one. I have been absolutely loving it. Now this is going to be a rolling maul for the Highlanders, only 10 metres out. It is kind of going off this side. It's going to be hard for the Western Force to defend. They've been doing not too bad overall in the defence of a rolling maul throughout this match, but now they are under a lot of pressure. It's going. It is moving quickly. It's going sideways for them. Who has got the ball in hand? It has gone down, and they are only a couple metres. Joy Aaron Smith now with the wide ball, inside ball to Gregory, and he scores the try. Mitch Hunt unselfishly went on the outside. Scott Gregory picks up another one, and now he is going to be sitting on 3 tries for this season as well. They still don't have a scoreboard. Oh, no, now it's back. It is 60 minutes at the moment, and Scott Gregory picks up his second try in the midfield in this match. Got to go to sleep. As I said, Morkate, we will see you later, mate. And we have got, did the Highlanders get a try or not, says Joseph. They just scored there, but in that little moment before, they did not get one. The last try they scored was in the 36th minute. But that was just a rolling maul off the back for the Highlanders. And then from there, Aaron Smith, once again, the vision to know to go to the short side. It was Mitch Hunt, inside ball there to Scott Gregory. Knew he was going in to touch Mitch Hunt, so decided to unselfishly put it on the inside. Gregory picks up a second, and now the Highlanders have got the opportunity at that bonus point. We have also got in the chat, geez, there's a lot of chat going on at the moment. I do appreciate you all being here as well. And we have got, but do you think Black has a better chance at playing fly half than Mitch Hunt, says Izan as well. And we have also got shots, says Michael, and I think 59-19, says Luke Bowman in this match. So tell you what, that would be a high-scoring one indeed, unless it is in another match, perhaps. But yeah, at the moment, I have also got my country is finally getting a bit better about legalization. Lots of psychedelics are legal in Colorado more, and more people are seeing their medical qualities as well. And I don't want to discourage 2 cents of G-Man, but you are the best, Kiwi lads. You are a professional, says Tristan. I don't know about professional, but hopefully, you know, one day we might be able to work our way up there. But I do appreciate that comment a lot, mate. And yeah, Mitch Hunt now with this kick from the sideline. He hasn't quite got that one though. But at the moment, 15 points difference in the Western Force are down to 14 men. Will you teach me to be such a good commentator, says Tristan. I don't know whether I'll be the best one for teaching, because I feel like I still have quite a bit to learn as well. But I guess one little tip, I guess, could be to know all the players' names. Even though I don't, I always look down at my sheet as well. But if you know enough of the players' name that you don't have to keep on looking down, it does kind of help you roll a little bit smoother in terms of how much you talk. Also, I talk too quick is probably a statement, is probably take your time with the talking. You don't have to talk as quickly as I often do. Himino now on the field, though, inside of the 22 of the Highlanders at the moment. And Aaron Smith is going to be sending this one high. So at the moment, I believe it is the bonus point, but they haven't actually got bonus point up on the screen. So it is an interesting situation. But now it's going to be Miotti now, who is going on the outside, gone straight into touch, though. And now because of it, it is going to be the Highlanders who have got this ball. Rob Carney, not a happy man at the moment. He can tell that this game is slipping away from them. I want Jonah Nariki to have a try, says Joseph. He actually scored in the 12th minute, so perhaps he will be able to get a second in this match as well. Oteti's inconsistent as well. Said it was Smithy Soiler and what like mushrooms, DMT acid. I have no idea what some of that stuff is, to be honest. But Gregory now with a little bit of a rolling maul situation going. The Highlanders taking that one pretty quickly. Little kick in behind from Aaron Smith. Jonah Nariki now is going for that ball. Rob Carney taking it nicely there off the bounce. And now because of it, is it going to be a counter ruck from the Highlanders? Not quite. And now it is going to be the Western Force. It is going to be the man in the number 21 jersey now getting his first touch of this match, which I will quickly write down. It is Ian Pryor who was able to kick that one down. They are going to take it quickly. The Highlanders, they are pouring on the pressure here now. And it's going to be Jonah Nariki running hard at the line. He's got men on the outside. Goes himself, though, Jonah Nariki. Michael Collins way out on the wing, but he didn't want to use him. Aaron Smith now goes to Dick Root. Now it is going to be in the hands of Josh Honick somehow. Almost able to get that one backwards, but it's a knock-on advantage now to the Western Force. And they are showing all the subs that have been made. Quite a few have been made in this one. And also the likes of Stander now on the field, I believe, or Josh Dixon off the field. That is on the field for Pari Parkinson, I believe it is, as well. And we have got, and some others, said Scrumless, for the types of mushrooms and whatnot. Mayotti now taking that ball 40 metres out from the line at the moment. Are the Western Force, their own line, I should mention. Good tackle from Josh Dixon there. I think I keep on confusing Bryn Evans and Josh Dixon, because Bryn Evans was the man who was on the field a little bit earlier on. Jordan Oliver, fella lining it up. Taken nicely, though, by C.O. Tompkinson. Having a pretty solid game. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith. Goes to Joshuani, stepping on the inside. Tackled on the halfway line. And at this stage, unless they can get a try, very soon the Western Force, it's a bit of obstruction. And that's a shame, because Josh Honick there had the ball in one hand. A little bit of a set play looking like it was starting from the tight hair prop there. Unfortunately for him, though, it does mean now it is going to be the scrum, I believe, to the Western Force. And at this stage, Macaulay is down. They don't need any more injuries. I assume Jeremy Thrush isn't playing because of the fact that he was in the situation of, I think he's injured, unfortunately for him. We have got good commentary, mate, all the way from Zimbabwe, says Brandon. So thank you very much for tuning in as well, mate. I feel like we've almost crossed off every continent other than maybe Antarctica, in terms of places that we have had people watching for this live stream. So it's very much appreciated. And yeah, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing all of the Super Rugby, or the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman games, I should say, and also the British and Irish Lions tour I am pretty keen on doing, even though it is in the middle of the night. I'm so envious. Yeah, New Zealand, you probably are seen as a druggy idiot mentioning anything about that as well, says Scrumless, or two Scrumless, and it was also in the chat. They are treating PTSD in soldiers, and I'm working, and it's working, and my country needs it as well, says Scrumless. I don't know why I struggle to read that so hard. So hard? I'm sorry. So hard. Interesting statement there. And that one is another tackle on the Western Force. Now it's going to be a counter ruck from Himino, but not quite able to get that ball. The Western Force once again going back on attack. Taifu now selling a dummy, but he is tackled by Billy Harmon. That man has had a crazy amount of tackles in the first two matches of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Now it's going to be Tamani running hard with the ball, tackled just inside of the 40-metre line. And now it's going to be Kyle Godwin having a good run once again. Tackled by Gregory. Now it's going to be Pryor, almost able to take that one, Koteka, but it was a knock-on advantage. And now it is going to be the scrum feed for the Highlanders once again. Come on, Nariki. You need one more try as well, says Joseph. And so much rugby, so excited as well, says Scrumless. Yeah, there's a huge amount on not just this weekend, but in the weeks to come. Like we've got this weekend, tomorrow's matches are going to be the Blues versus the Waratahs. That's going to be kicking off at 4:35 New Zealand time. Next, after that, pretty much straight after, 7:05 p.m, the Chiefs versus the Brumbies. And then after that one, 9:45 p.m. is going to be the Reds versus the Crusaders. And then Rainbow Cup South Africa is going to have a game between the Bulls and the Lions. I believe that is at 1:30. And then after that, we have got the Champions Cup final between La Rochelle and Toulouse. That is going to be about a 3:30 kickoff. So very early. That is for sure. Final score for me is 37-17 as well, says Tristan for his final prediction. And yeah, I feel like the Western Force, the way they're playing, they almost deserve one more try. Like, they've dropped the ball a few times, yes, but they've had a lot of close opportunities, but it's just been great defense from the Highlanders to stop them every time they get close to that line. We have also got there, like I run a building business. I make decent coin, I suppose. I own my own house. I'm married. And you wouldn't even know I love weed, mushrooms, and DMT. I have to hide it, and I hate it as well, says Marco von a polar bear as well. And actually, that's not a knock on that they are looking at now, because of the fact that Koteka actually ended up, he was going to ground, he caught it, and then it was kicked out of his hands, and it kicked straight into his face as well, unfortunately for him. So maybe they will have a look at this. No, they're not. They're not going to have a look at it. So that means maybe a little bit unfortunate for the Western Force there, because there was no knock on. And we always got so sad to see all the South African teams lose their players to Europe, gone to the old days of Super Rugby, South Africa Super Rugby. Yeah, it is a shame in that regard that we aren't going to get to see too many more matchups between New Zealand and South African Super Rugby teams. Although we are going to get to see the, I keep on saying, I keep on forgetting what I was going to say, but we are going to get to see the Rugby Championship, which is good news. Kane Hamilton now on the field. Jonah Nariki with the little kick in behind there. He is testing his pace with Richard Kawi. Oh, that's a big hit on Rob Carney. And that would have hurt the shoulder here. Jonah Nariki kind of shaking it off at the moment. That was a big hit on Rob Carney. Thank you. Thanks, bro. You are the best commentator, says Sitivini as well. And I do appreciate that a lot as well, mate. And we have got one what says, what do you think about South African rugby, and who do you think the Springboks will win? I assume that is whether or not they'll win the British and Irish Lions tour. And it's a hard one, because the fact that some of their players probably haven't had as much preparation, but then they've also got the situation of, they've got some very good players for South Africa. So maybe, I think it's going to be maybe 2-1 to either South Africa or the British and Irish Lions. I don't think it will be a clean sweep. I think both sides will get at least one win. And now it is going to be in the hands of, I think that is Brent Evans once again. He has been put in a shift throughout this match. Hamilton now goes to Mitch Hunt, sells the dummy again. And he was dragged down there by Anstey. Now it is going to be Kane Hamilton, goes into the hands of Josh Dixon now, who is having a decent carry, 40 metres out at the moment. Other Highlanders, short ball into the hands of Liam Coleman, tackled there by Teifu. Or I think it was actually, Tamani who made that tackle. Josh Dixon now is tackled once again. Hamilton goes back to Michael Collins. He hasn't really been too busy in this match so far, Michael Collins. I feel like they've been skipping him quite a bit in that back line. It's either been going to Gregory, who has been scoring, or they're firing it wide to Nareki or Tompkinson. Now it is a low ball. Himino taking it very nicely there. He is driven sideways by Stunder, keeping him on his feet as well there. Good battle between the two number 20s. He's gone again there, Himino. Straight over the ball was Andrew Reddy, but not quite able to get it. Hamilton, little short ball into the hands of Josh Ioane, but they have said that it was forward. And because of it, it means that they are going to be going back for the scrum. And 10 seconds left of the yellow card for the Western Force off Holmes. He will be back out there very soon as well. Do you believe that the All Blacks will give the Springboks another 57-0 this year, 2021? I don't think it's going to be that. I feel like it's not going to be that much of a. Hard done by there is what the commentators are saying. Maybe it was a decent pass to Josh Ioane. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think there's a couple close games. There always are normally close games between South Africa and New Zealand. Bulla from Latoka, Fiji, as well from Nem. So welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we have also got there, I'm going to pretend I'm a straight shooter, an angle, so my clients hire me. I mean, they would hire me if I do house renovations. I was a mega stoner as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got Don't Lose Hope. You and all the others who share the same feelings should keep telling your government to legalise it. I mean, it's revenue as well. It is indeed. We have got South Africa hiding until under this World Cup reputation. They believe they can use it in a verbal conversation, but will need to prove it. And that's the thing. They've got a lot of games coming up soon, South Africa. So we are going to get to see them in action now. It is going to be in the hands of Rob Carney. Goes out to Richard Kawi. Little chip in behind now. Rob Carney lining it up. No, it's an awkward bouncing one. Who's got it? It is in the hands of Scott Gregory, who is wrestled to the ground by Richard Kawi. They are 40 metres out from their own line at the moment, the Highlanders. It's going to be Josh Dixon now with another carry. He's been busy since coming on the field as well. Now it is going to be Hamilton looking like he is going to be kicking it high. He has been told to use it. He has kicked it in behind. Who is going to be taking this one? It's going to be taken nicely by Miotti. Now it is going to be Jordan Olawafela. He's got plenty of acceleration. He is shut down by Himino straight away. Now it is going to be Pryor into the hands of Miotti. Inside ball there to Richard Kahui. And I feel like in that situation, maybe they would have liked to go on the outside a little bit more because of the men that they had. Koteka hit hard. Shannon Frizzell connecting maybe a little bit high there with a Miotti now. Oh, lined up Jonah Nareki. Hits Jordan Olawafela hard. He is playing a very physical game, Jonah Nareki. And it is going to be going back for the knock-on. Jordan Olawafela lined up there. What a game back from Sky Stadium as well, says Faith Dive Gamer. Yeah, good performance from the Hurricanes to get them the bonus point as well. But yeah, they are showing Jonah Nareki. He well and truly lined up Jordan Olawafela there. Boom. In the midsection. Thanks very much for coming. We have also got their Highlanders need a bonus point now. Come on, boys. You can stay. You can do it. Stay strong. Yeah, and at the moment, as long as they can keep the scoreline the way that it is, they will be receiving that one. Although it doesn't actually have it on the scoreboard, and that is because of the fact that they've scored 4 tries, so that should be a bonus point at this stage, but they aren't actually showing it for being a bonus point, which is interesting. We have also got Snap Team Phase in the chat, y'all, as well as their Scrum Less. And we have also got in there, I'm from South Africa, but support the All Blacks since I was a child. That is something similar to what someone else was saying in the chat for a Rainbow Cup South Africa game. And they said that the region that they're in South Africa, 50% of people go for South Africa and 50% go for the All Blacks, which is a bit of an interesting one as well. And we have also got there, Pro myself, I'm not mixing business with pleasure. Lol, my wife will kick my ass. And house renovations are my 3 main loves. Peep, I didn't mention wife as well. Hopefully she's not watching Johnny Blaze. I know she used to watch them with you. And I feel like my memory is pretty solid. I remember back when you were trying to decide what you were going to have as a meal for tea, and we decided on barbecue bacon double cheeseburgers from BK. I feel like that was about 7 months ago. But for some reason, I still remember that. How do you make orange box thingy around someone's name with the @ thingy? I'm not actually sure. I feel like I need to probably learn that as well. I think it is just @ and then their game, or not their game tag, but their YouTube name. Just pretty much completely right. Mitch Hunt with the little chip in behind there. It's going to bounce up nicely, almost for Michael Collins. Almost stolen there. It was struck in, but not quite able to hold it. And now it is going to be going back for another penalty, or not another penalty, but another scrum for the Highlanders now. Scrocken, he looked like he wanted that one, but just not quite able to hang on there as well. We always got Hurricanes at first on the table. They are indeed, although they have played that extra game. So that does give them that advantage. I watched Invictus the other day for the first time. Not just an incredible rugby movie. It was a great movie. If you all have seen it, watch it. Or if you haven't seen it, watch it. I feel like I should probably do that, shouldn't I? Because of the fact that I feel like my rugby knowledge, it's getting there, but it's still not as good as probably a lot of you guys in the chat, to be fair. You guys help me out a lot in terms of stats about players. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who is going to be sitting top of the table after this round as well. Because, of course, the Hurricanes sit on top with 2 bonus points. It's going to be hard to catch them, although the Highlanders, if they can get the bonus point, they will be right up there as well. Hamilton puts the ball into the scrum. Very solid one now. It is going to be in the hands of Scott Gregory. Mitch Hunt now fires a wide out to Jonah Nareki, stepping on the inside now. Jonah Nareki still going, but he is dragged down by Richard Kaui. They are only a few metres out now. The Highlanders, it's going to be Himino running hard at the line. Getting very close, going again, but not quite able to get it. Now it is going to be Hamilton. Goes a short ball into the hands of James Lynchy. So they've gone with the extra forward in the end. The Highlanders, because he is in the number 22 jersey, Ethan de Groot, extremely close to the line. And now who is going to be wanting this ball here? That's the question. It is going to be Kane Hamilton. Short ball into the hands of Himino once again. Goes again. And unfortunately, no, it is a try. He went twice. No, he was tackled. I thought it was a double movement, but wasn't sure. And he has gone twice. He's done that quite a few times, Kazuki Himino. And unfortunately, means that it is a gift for the Western Force, only a couple metres out from their line as well. We have got, yes, the huge pile of 7 in NZ. Dunstan Hamilton, I've noticed over the past 10 years, as well, says Marco Vanapola, and good one, Janareki. Another hit again. Yeah, getting very close to the line there. Once again for the Highlanders, but just not quite able to get there. Himino, very close. I thought it was a double movement. Then I got all excited because I thought it was a try. Then I got disappointed because it was a double movement. Then I got excited because of the fact that the Western Force are still in this match. It's going to be tough for them. I don't know whether they can catch them from here, but they could get themselves a bonus point for being within 7. And I know it doesn't mean too much now, possibly because of the fact that if they only get a bonus point here, their Super Rugby Trans-Tasman could be over. But you're still in that situation of being able to finish above some of the other sides would be a very nice thing to do. Now it's going to be Pryor, goes to Mioti now, goes to Taifu, quick hands, Richikawi with a little bit of a scoop on. Now it's going to be Jordan Olawafella trying to find a bit of a gap, didn't find the offload. 30 metres out from their own line at the moment are the Western Force. It's going to be Scracken playing halfback, going into the hands of Lee Warner, who's been running hard all day during this match. Now it's going to be Pryor on the short side. Goes into the hands of Ollie Callan, and they've got the penalty. So Ollie Callan is the man who is the replacement for who was going to be Ryan McCauley, but he started for Jeremy Thrush. So now it is Callan who is going to be the replacement in that regard as well. They are kicking for touch once again here. They want to get within 7, so they need to score very soon, some form of point, and then they need to do it again. It's all good, mate. The orange boxes you type are showing up in my chat. I don't think they show up for everyone else because it's an highlight at someone specific as well. We have also got there trying to recreate their own destructive rivalry in their country. Won't be surprised if more South Africans support the ABs than Kiwis as well. Now it is going to be in the hands of Taifu once again, driving hard at the line, but Liam Coleman ripping that ball away. No, he didn't. It wasn't a legal turnover, so now it is going to be the penalty to the Western Force once again. And they are going to keep on driving their way up the field here, the Western Force, if this does continue the way that it is. And the ball was kicked away, I think, but now they are going to have a replacement. 4 minutes left in this one now. Come on, boys, you can do it and beat the Western Force as well, says Joseph. And James Lynch is now getting a little bit of a talking to in that regard. So we are going to have to wait and see how this match is going to end. Are they going to be able to get one try here late in this match, the Western Force? They want to get that bonus point for being within 7, but it is going to be tough to do, that is for sure. But Mioti now is going to be kicking that one into touch on the 22. One last chance for the Western Force. And we have got, I sometimes, mate, but I don't get South Africans sometimes oppressing against South African politics by supporting their biggest foe and support them are like 80% likely to defeat them as well. And now it is going to be Andrew Reddy. And the first AB, my first team is ABs. Then I have a soft spot for my South African bros and sisters. And so second is the Box. Yeah, I feel like there's that mutual respect between the two countries. Like they just love playing rugby against each other. Like it's a big rivalry, but at the end of the day, I think everyone kind of just enjoys watching the two physical sides go at it. Now it's going to be Pryor once again. Fires it out into the hands of Taifu, who hasn't quite been able to find a gap all day, unfortunately for him. Now it's going to be Pryor, goes back to Mioti, up to 5 phases. Now it's going to be Tamani running hard, but he is tackled hard by Josh Dixon, and that ball has gone onto the side of the Highlanders. Now it's going to be Kane Hamilton. Quick hands, Michael Collins lined up there by Taifu, and Janan Ariki kicks that one into touch there. And that one, is it going to be taken back? No, it isn't. I think Richard Carlo is calling for it to be taken back. So they are going to have a check to see whether or not it was. We have got 4 minutes left, boys. It is indeed. So at this stage, the Western Force, they cannot win this match, but they can still get a little bit closer. And we have also got there, it's so funny you mentioned that because Invictus is about how Nelson Mandela unifies South Africa after the apartheid. I'm not too sure how to say that word through rugby. It goes into great depth about South African fans at time despising their Bok as well. And South Africa is a diverse country. We support all teams as well, says Tristan. And yeah, I feel like that is why I enjoy watching the Rainbow Cup South Africa as well, because normally you kind of expect if you go into a new competition and you don't know the players as well as you possibly should, like you expect to kind of get abused in the chat, I'll be honest. But overall, they all just help in terms of trying to help me improve my commentary in terms of how to pronounce things. Now they are driving for, once again, the Western Force on the 22 line. 3 minutes left in this match, and they want to try here to get one last chance in this one. Oh, that's a cheap shot from C.O. Tompkinson on the ground there. He did get cleaned out of the ruck. And then from there, it's almost stolen by the Hurricanes, or sorry, the Highlanders, but they have still got this one. Now it's going to be Mioti. Goes back to Taifu, little short ball there. Now they've got numbers. Richard Cowie, inside ball there into the hands of Andrew Reddy, who is driving forward. Now they are only 10 metres out, 5 metres out now. Wallawafella getting close to the line. Are they going to be able to get all the way to the try line here? Pryor is looking for the ball at the back. Couldn't quite find it, but now he has. Now it's in the hands. A short ball, and it's a try to the Western Force. And it is going to be, who is it who was able to score? It wasn't the number 17. I think it was Angus Wagner who was able to score that one. He is on the field for Tom Robertson, but he has been able to score that. Now the Western Force late try in this match. No, not another loss. Aussie, oi, 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 from Chuck Lemon as well. And we have also got in there, I'm supporting 3 teams now, says Joseph. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. That is why I love watching these games, because of the fact, like, I'm pretty impartial in terms of who I enjoy watching, which is why these matches are just great to be able to watch as well. And we have also got, especially if they're doing it correctly, or if they aren't doing it correctly, or Miotti hits the post, which is not what he would have been wanting, which means now, though, they still need 3 points. If they can get 3 points here, they would be in the situation of receiving that bonus point, which will be what they are after. But Angus Wagner, that is the second prop to score in this match, the second loose head prop as well. Josh Hoonick decides to try and stop him, but not quite able to. And the crowd, we're loving it for the Western Force. They have turned up in numbers, and they wanted to see a show. But unfortunately, for Domingo Miotti off the boot, just hasn't quite been working out for him. But that one has been kicked short now. It is going to be taken nicely there by Strauchen, who's trying to make a few more meters. The Western Force now trying to get within 7. Short ball into the hands already on the top side of the screen. Now it is going to be Pryor once again, goes back. Short ball from Tamani into the hands of Lee Warner. Straight over it was Dixon, not quite able to get it. They want probably another advantage here. Would be quite nice for them in this situation. Now Strauchen selling a dummy. Tackled hard. And the tackle by James Lynchies. Now it's going to be Pryor, goes to Miotti, going back across the field at the moment, just trying to find the gap. Tamani drives hard, but he has tackled nicely by Kazuki Hamano. Now it's going to be Pryor with the no-look pass, goes to Miotti, goes back now, and they've got a bit more space now. It's going to be on the inside. Kyle Godwin is making meters. They are almost into the half of the Highlanders now. Now it's going to be Miotti trying to decide what way to go. Goes to Jordan Olawafella, who is dragged down there by Josh Dixon. This is good phase play. At the moment, they've got 8 in a row that they have been able to go to ground and keep that ball on their side. They will be keeping on playing until about the probably 85th minute if they have to, if it means that they do get that bonus point. Now it is going to be in the hands of Tamani once again. Goes into the hands of Richard Kawi. He's had a lot of carries throughout this match. The ball has come free there. And now it is going to be Pryor. Goes to Lee Warner, protecting it hard. James Ledger straight over the ball. They have managed to stop him, though. He pretty much just had a heap of men jumping on there. Miotti trying to find the pass, not quite able to. They've got the advantage, but that is for the scrum, so that is not what they want. Now it's going to be Jordan Olawafella, who is hard in a tackle by Kazuki Hamano. And now it's going to be James Lynch. He's got the ball. They have said that the turnover is clean, which means now Hamilton, what was he doing there? He's dropped it. And now because of it, no, he's tried to nutmeg him. He's nutmeg Mitch Hunt there. But he has now got the ball, and now it's going to be Liam Coleman. It's a little knock on. And that is going to be the end of the match. In the end, the Highlanders winning this match, 25 points to 15. Hectic game between these two sides. They were both throwing everything at each other. Physical matchup, but in the end, they were able to get the win there. The Highlanders, so at this stage, I believe they don't receive that bonus point, which will now put them on 9 points rather than the 10 of the Hurricanes as well. We have also got a chat, bring on the Springboks as well, says Chuck Lemon. Also, I feel like when I go to my first live rugby match, I'm going to be one of those soccer mums who cheer even when the opponent scores low. I just like seeing people happy plus having fun. That is pretty much the motto of the channel as well, because of the fact that we just love watching rugby with you guys. And yeah, hopefully we do continue it into the future. We got 3 games tomorrow as well, just in daytime, and then we got 2 night games after those. And we have also got Hey Soccer Mums smoking hot as well, says Marco for the polar bear. And also we have got 90% of South Africa's success comes from their skeptical physical game plan and intellectual coach. Huge advantage with their Dutch genes as well. Highlanders yeet as well from Scrumless and Jubless as well. And we have also got Smithy Toilet as said, and an enormous population. But yeah, at this stage, it's actually, they've updated my scoreboard, or they haven't updated the scoreboard, but someone's saying it's 17-0. But others are saying it's, I think they thought that Diego Miotti got that kick, but he certainly did not, unfortunately, for him. The end score, 15 to the Western Force and 25 to the Highlanders, sending my happy vibes from my part of the university as well, said Marco Vonopola Bear. And that is what we love to see as well. But 4 tries for the Highlanders, 2 for Scott Gregory, 1 for Jonah Nariki, and also 1 for Aidan Johnson. Then for the Western Force, they were able to score twice, was Thomas Kubeli in the 39th minute, and also Wagner in the 78th with a yellow card, 2 homes. But then, decent game overall in that regard. We have got Bula Vanaka from Fiji. Let's go Highlanders, says Brian Mario as well. Yeah, it was a very good performance for them. And now they are sitting in second on the table. So I'm excited to see how it is going to be going in terms of the fact that we've got 3 more games tomorrow We are well and truly going to be overwhelmed with rugby over the next few days, but that is why I absolutely love it. Probably one of the busiest weekends of the year in terms of the amount of games, other than, of course, the July test. Some of those games, they have about 20 games on the same day, and it's going to be a big decision trying to decide what one's the live stream. I'll be up all night if I was to do all of them, I think. But we have also got moving to planet Andromeda. Goodbye humans as well, says Smithy Toilet. And which odds team wins first, says Shane Newton. I think the Brumbies have got a decent chance. One way ticket to Mars are available as well, says Marco. But yeah, I think the Brumbies against the Chiefs is going to be the closest matchup of the weekend. Maybe the the Reds versus Crusaders could be quite close as well. I know the Reds have almost been a little bit of a bogey team for the Crusaders in the past. In fact, the last time those two sides played, I think it was 22 to the Reds, 24 to the Crusaders, or somewhere around there. So it could be quite a close one. In that regard, I'm going to be back to the hometown planet, Adramata, and my family, who are shaped like Marco's guts, are dying to film my hair as well, and sending them to you too, mate. Positive vibes, fam. Thanks for the Irie as well. But yeah, nonetheless, I think we are going to be switching over to our post-match review of this match, of the match that we just witnessed, I should say. I feel like my brain is scrambled. I probably will need to get a bit of editing done and then head straight to bed so that I can be fresh for the matches tomorrow between the Blues and the Waratahs, the Chiefs and the Brumbies, and also Crusaders versus the Reds. But I will mention, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are new, I will have a quick look. We're sitting on 41 likes, which is very decent for this match. So I do appreciate you all very much for that. And we have also got Hope Reds come back this week. Looks sloppy without James O'Connor, as well, says Unconditional Evil. Yeah, it was interesting because they decided to take him off very early. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I got team sheets everywhere at this point, to be fair. He is back in the number 10 jersey, and he's going to have Tate McDermott at number 9, which is a good combo. And also Suliasi Vunivalu is going to be starting for the match. Dalgunu off the bench. Going to be an exciting one. We only have to wait less than 24 hours as well, which is the best thing about it. We have got on your home planet is there a shed with Kieran Reid, says Scrum Lass, as well, playing Rugby Challenge 4, and my All Black be back at number 1 as well, says Tristan. And we have got sending you an orange box, Scrum Lass, because I don't know how to do it. Peace, love, unity as well. We have got leaves my prig's belly alone. I'm hibernating for the winter. I need a thick layer of blubber to keep me growing. To keep me going when it's cold. And you bet, in my planet, our average height is 2 foot 10 as well. So that is possibly a little bit lower than Earth, I guess you could say. Probably, what is the average height on Earth? I'm not too sure. Kieran is still standing, which is a good sign. He actually fell over during the last live stream, I think. But he seems to be not too bad overall if he does sit still. Yeah, he's good. He's all good, Kieran. Right. So I better switch over to my next one. I might mistake him for a chocolate biscuit because he surely looks like Lucy Prop Marco Fotopola as well. But yeah, we will be switching straight over to the post-match review, and we will get to talk all stats and also all facts for the matches that are going to be taking place tomorrow. So thank you all very much for tuning in for this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all very soon for the post-match review.